losing 2K, 5 minutes later, 10K, whatever, right? It's getting worse and worse. But 1W, they managed to just keep it at, like, as soon as they realize, hey, we're losing, drag this out. Go find farm wherever, avoid the enemy. They're so good at it. And we're going to see if they even end up in that situation, because first you got to beat them in the lanes to even put them in that case. Most of the time they do well, and then they grow a huge gold lead with their efficient play.
Well, we are back into game number 1, Vici Gaming versus 1W, as it will just be a 2-for-2 on the runes. Nice little blinding light from Ari to secure the top rune away from XM. Now, we've seen this Earth Spirit versus Puck matchup quite a bit. I thought it was a little bit more one-sided for a while, but it has kind of surprised me. It's a lot more skill-based than I would have initially expected. I think XM will have a better time the first few waves, but eventually the Earth Spirit, one of the best rotating heroes, can show up in the side lanes, sometimes pre-level 6 if he's having a really bad lane. But one of the benefits of this hero, and XM making sure to utilize Puckish as much as possible.
I do think in terms of getting support help, though, Vici, you know, with the Clockwork and the Mirana, they're more traditional roaming supports. They might actually get kills onto the Earth Spirit if you can catch him before he rolls away. It's a lot harder to gank a Puck with the Keeper of the Light and the Ringmaster. They can show up to help, especially to save the Earth Spirit. I imagine they'll be doing more stacking, though, if they can choose what they do. You know, maybe you still help with the power runes, of course, but otherwise just stack. That's the 1W way.
Oh, why? Bottom lane. This is going to be first blood on over to the Keeper of the Light, bleeding out to the Blood Grenade. That's a pretty good start. I know Effie pointed out on the panel, right? One of Ari's best heroes currently, the Keeper of the Light. He's looked super good on it. A lot of combos that you can play around. I think with Earth Spirit, it's not like the most obvious, but it's still a good combo, right? Any of the spirits tend to do fairly well with the Keeper of the Light. And then it's a classic stack hero for 1W, which we mention all the time. Like, this team loves to stack, and 33 is going to be the one who gets the stacks. Like, that's just like the way it works.
Xingqiu might be second blood here.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the denies. Very well done from 1W. Both sides. See, this is what we're saying, right? They're such a strong laning team as well. And once they have that strength, I wouldn't be surprised to see these supports start doing that stacking, knowing their cores are going to be okay, right? We already put them ahead. They'll be good enough not to feed while I leave. And this is where I'm still a little mixed on it when I see these Mirana supports come out. I like when there's a lot of arrow setups and easy setups, right? Like Nightmare and Disruption are the classic.
Yeah.
Avalanche does kind of work. Toss can be sometimes a little iffy. But it does kind of work in this lane. The Ethers can be a lot trickier. I think that might limit Y in terms of what he can do. But I do like that he could just go and invade. As those stacks happen, he could just use the arrows to steal some of those big creeps away. And the late game is good.
This top move for this Lotus, yeah, there's no way you can actually contest these two inside that Lotus pool. So they'll give it up. Xingqiu grabs it. A lot of damage from Pure there. Needs to be careful. So I am curious what Bach can get done on the Darkseer. I did mention he's going to probably go that Helm of the Dominator. It's been the default build for Darkseer. In this event, it's looked pretty good in terms of being able to accelerate his farm. And if he's not too far behind coming out of the lane stage, I think it's a great combo. Whitemon in a lot of trouble. Vacuum back, pops the stick, trying to survive, but they get the kill. Xingqiu has the Lotus still to play around, just needs to kite out Pure. Maybe he'll get the deny with the minus armor. It will help him out. Great play there from this Vici offlane.
That's the question. Can you get close enough to actually do the damage? Because once you're on top with this double melee, it's a classic.
Yeah, it really is.
It's pretty tough. TA can keep her distance with the side blade, just keep the lane shoved out. And Ringmaster can typically fear you away with the Tame the Beast, but got caught sneaking his head out of those trees. I don't think he'll do that too many times. So you'll take what you can get for now.
Well, he's going to put some pressure on the Bach. He's got a salve, though. He'll be able to heal himself back up, get in fighting shape.
Got his Helm of the Iron Will as well.
Big.
This is where it starts to become very tough to kick out the Darkseer, but Pure is already doing quite well on the TA. So
early boots. I like it.
Yeah, even as the Darkseer is here farming, Pure will be doing the same thing.
It's rare that we see the TA. There's a couple safe laners that pick it up every once in a while. Ari in the bottom lane picked up. Must have been an arrow grab there. Nicely done from Y. If you hit the arrow, it is a lot of damage. We've been seeing Maranas kind of pop off this tournament, right? Yep, the avalanche and the arrow. They got it.
Yeah, it does do quite a lot, plus the extra damage she gets on the harass thanks to the new innate. It helps set it up, because before sometimes you land the arrow, but you just don't have enough damage because you've invested in the arrow. But now that extra harass helps out a lot. Oh, thank you, range creep. Tank some of that damage.
They're really trying to prevent Pure from getting the Meld Strike, but he'll grab it. He's going to lose a lot of health for this, though. Good cogs. Should be able to bonk him one more time. Let's see if they can actually go for the dive. Jin Q, he's going to pay for this. Yep, Strongman Tonic, quite good at keeping Pure alive. Is a lot of damage, but you really don't want to be giving up these kills.
Strongman Tonic is an absurd souvenir.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the souvenirs that will get nerfed, because Ringmaster's been getting a lot more attention, and I feel like it's only a matter of time before he starts getting a couple balancing adjustments. I could see that one being one of them. Mid lane, Puck. Caught from the silence. What a blinding light into the stomp. Beautiful combo here from the side of 1W, taking down XM. And top lane, they've got the power rune as well. I mean, they bring 4 to the mid lane for that 6-minute rune.
I like seeing this. Offlaners actually coming over the rune, because it's become common. Oh, the support's gone. You know, let's punish this guy. Some of these offlaners just head on over as well, get involved. And you sometimes get kills like this.
Box gonna take so much damage. Has a vacuum, but the double, triple impalement art now. Just burning him down. Pure, you gotta be careful, buddy. That creep got an ion shell on it.
This right there, right? The offlaner is left alone, and if you can find a way to punish it, then suddenly it feels pretty bad. But the map is slated to benefit the carry versus the offlaner. So the offlaners are the ones who I've started to see more of them rotate for some of these early power runes, depending on how the lane looks.
This is gonna be a very scary attempt at this Wisdom Shrine. Jin Q
can they keep him out?
Away. They do keep him out. The avalanche and the arrow, they'll be able to steal it. The question is, can you get out now? Y does have a TP, but he has no mana. He's gonna be hiding in the trees for quite some time.
They realize this, right? I think they checked his mana.
Oh, they definitely realize it now. 33 with the stomp. A little bit of refresh here from Ari. No problem at all.
They got their own Wisdom Shrine too, right?
I think it was double Wisdom Shrine, yeah, for Vici. Or did Pure take it?
2 supports is not always worth it, but having the rotation of the mid kind of helps. The thing is, Coddle is not... There are some supports that are very level 6 dependent. Coddle doesn't mind as much if he's a little bit late to level 6.
Your Clockwork definitely does, and it's going to be a move for the 8-minute power rune. XM does not win the 50-50. It's going to be top. BZM bottles it up on the Earth Spirit. A shield rune. Going to make it very difficult to try and pressure him now. This is exactly what you talked about, right? Y on the Marana can just kind of come over and start contesting some of these stacks.
You pretty much need to, because the lanes have been going so well. Whitemon benefiting from a lot. He's level 5, so he didn't even... Like, I don't even need that Wisdom Shrine. And in trying to contest, may have stuck around too long.
He's got the urn on him. He's dead. Nice find there, BZM. 4 points in that kick. It's a lot of damage.
Whitemon even getting the XP here. He's going to have an early level 6.
He's going to... I feel like he might get it before that 10-minute mark, which is kind of nuts.
I mean, it's a really strong ult, and he has multiple teammates to set it up, mainly the offlane in the mid. So one roll will set up the Wheel of Wonder, Tame the Beast combo, and it's a lot of damage right now.
And here come the stacks. Actually, misses the Ancient Camp there, but BZM looking to clean up the hard camp. That's pretty good. In terms of net worth, the game's still very even. It's just the Darkseer struggling a little bit as well as the Marana. But he's got the Helm of the Dominator now. This is exactly the timing he needed to get to. He's just got to figure out which creep he wants to pick up. Maybe it'll be the Troll Summoner. Maybe he'll grab like a Centaur or the Tomato.
This is the 1W efficiency, though.
Yeah.
2 to 8, so they're getting involved, they're getting kills, and yet they still find time to stack, right? They got a 1K lead clearing that first stack. The Ancient stack is still there, so...
And they're taking the enemy stacks now. You can just roam around this Keeper of the Light with that Earth Spirit.
That means they're going to be set up for the 10-minute rune as well.
Yeah, we'll see who actually is able to show up on the side of Vici Gaming. They are bringing the Marana as well, but a little bit too late. Movement towards the bottom rune. It's going to be an illusion. Actually, quite a nice rune for the puck. There's the level 6 on Whitemon. He actually has it completed. I mean, we were talking, it's going to come out very early. Immediately puts that Wheel of Wonder to use.
XM steals a little bit from the enemy triangle, but BZM's actually just here to kick Bach out. I don't think he can get this kill too easy. I say, that was a lot of damage.
If he magnetizes this, he might be able to, but doesn't have the point in it, so...
All right, a necessary teleport out.
Yeah. Oh.
But Whitemon, is it? He just took the deepest wraparound, and he actually didn't even place a ward.
No.
I feel like that's gonna mess with you on Vici. You're like, I mean, he just toured our entire base. Surely there's a deep ward somewhere. We gotta go check. And they're not gonna find anything. Here comes a sentry. Let's see where he looks. I mean, I guess you might find a trap at least, right? But yeah, he's like, surely. I mean, what was he doing back here? He has to be warding. Sneaky mind games.
Yeah, especially as we get closer to 14 minutes, right? The invasion for that Wisdom Shrine is always an option. Bach's going to grab himself his new jungle creep.
Amidst all of this, Shiro has been farming well on the Tiny.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he is a free kill for Pure. He is a carry that can get involved sooner than others, and I think he's going to need to do that for his team. But usually you finish... Yeah, like this Echo, and then if you're going to get involved really quickly, the Blink. And I did see he has it queued up. Sometimes Shadow Blade, that could also work, but I like Blink here.
He needs to find the Keeper, right? Like, he needs to find Coddle or Ringmaster at the start of the fights. Like, someone has to get on them. It's either going to be him or the puck.
If not both.
Yeah, if not both, right? Because those are the heroes that are going to, like, stop your team fight.
Yeah, I can see finding them, or at least setting up an arrow combo with the Marana.
Yeah.
That will also work depending on, you know, where everybody is standing.
Another power rune there for BZM. I think his third.
I would say that's good luck, but really it's just they're preparing for it. They're bringing the heroes, and they have the strength.
We still don't have level 6 on the clockwork. Marana does have it, so you could try to look for a Moonlight Shadow play, but it's like who starts the fight, right? Like
you need the hook shot.
It'd be like the puck coil, right? Maybe if you get lucky and find the right target, but you definitely want the hook shot online. So I think for now we're just going to continue to see them farming. Bach standing right underneath the TA trap, and they're just going to roll in. Bach gets the surge. He's going to be okay. The Moonlight Shadow does come through. And he'll just take his stack.
That's what I mean by efficient play, right? Like, they move in, maybe they don't get a kill, but they still end up with a stack. They might get Shiro here, who is trying to push bottom.
He's so far in, and Shiro, with the Vessel completed, just does not stand a chance, and BZM will chase for more. Nice leap TP. Can they cancel it? No. Will find themselves the one kill. Puck did commit the coil, but they just don't have the damage quite yet. Not without, like, the Tiny being the one starting the fight.
No, they're just going to have to leave this and try to take top tower at the least, but Pure is already there. These are really fast moves from 1W. They invade top, they TP bottom. TA already here to defend. Now, there's a lot of heroes, though.
They'll get some pressure in. I don't know if they get the tower, but it will be close. It really just comes down to if 1W want to rotate over, and it looks like they do. They smoke. They're going to immediately start coming through the Twin Gate. They see this happening.
Yeah, it's time to get out of here.
Yeah, you gotta leave, right? BZM still coming in, has the Vessel. Xingqiu just dies to Pure.
This is a rough one for Xingqiu. And they really needed his ultimate. Because we mentioned the Tiny can get involved, but he needs that blink. You would have liked that hook shot to come online around that 10-minute mark, but he was doing the creep dragging. He was the one kind of paying with his life in a lot of these plays. Oh, actually a stun? It's a lot of damage.
He got super baited. Does get the roll. It snaps, though. He didn't coil in time. And as a result, he just rolls away. Oh, that is a really costly mistake. The question is, can they get anything from 1W? The grip just pulls Whitemon onto the high ground, and the heal's just coming through from Ahri.
They still don't have hook shot. They can't get close.
you can't afford to hold the spells. You just got to commit.
I don't think there's a spell to hold. He doesn't. It's not leveled up. This is rough to not have your level 6 at this moment. And that's kind of the thing about Darkseer. You can sacrifice some levels to Darkseer so that he gets Ion Shell higher level faster, but you still need a way to deliver the Ion Shell into the fight. And that was supposed to be the clockwork.
Yep,
so the fact that he is really struggling, yes, Bach is high level, but who is standing next to the enemies with the Ion Shell? Nobody.
Can we get a stack counter?
Soon?
Is there any way to see the number of stacks these teams have made? Because I feel like for 1W, we're approaching like 10 to 15 stacks. Yep.
That's a pretty good guess. Pretty good guess.
Yep, that'll do it. 14 total. Blink reveal. Shiro goes in. Avatos gets it. Okay, so this is what you mentioned. You have to play around that Avatos into Arrow. They take out the Ringmaster. They can look for that mid tower now. You're still down a pretty substantial net worth difference and XP difference since you lost your Wisdom Shrine again.
Shiro's going to have to dig deep this game.
Yeah.
He was given the space early, and we can see the opponents are actually still farming a little bit better than him. But if he can now find some efficient moves with this Blink Dagger, it's the playmaking Vici needs, because they're down 3K at 16 minutes. It's not the end of the world, but this is a 1W efficient farming, right? I know that number is going to grow if Vici does not find ways to stop them.
Especially with the Centaur where he is. Like, he's about to have a heart of Tarrasque. It's coming on the Courier. This guy's net worth is going to explode. Roll in. BZM gets the Vessel. They can't hit the arrow, and Shiro's in trouble. Does get the toss. Avalanche on to do, but will he get some help? No, Stampede comes through. They'll just commit for the kill. And there's going to be the blink for your puck, but too little, too late. Ari underneath vision here. Jinkyu going to come in, hits the hook. Can they actually bring down the Coddle, though? The help from the puck, maybe. Coil does connect the wall as well, but he needs to run. A lot of damage being dealt back the other way.
Not losing anybody, though. And in the meantime, Bach did claim the top tower. It's not too bad for Vici, except, I mean, you lost your carry. That part feels a little bad.
Hydra's Breath first item? I don't think I've ever seen this.
No, that does have me a little baffled. It's interesting because Hydra's Breath is percent HP damage. The components are all early game items, but percent HP is quite a late game stat because right now people have, maybe 2,000 at the most besides this Heart Centaur already. But he's on the same team, so he doesn't count. So it's not, we don't usually see it finish that quickly. Like, you just keep those components and buy the Blink instead.
There needs to be I need some huge Dota nerd to come in and run the numbers on this and tell me
actually,
yeah, does it actually help farm faster than other items, or is his game plan that Hydra's Breath will just do enough damage? It's very weird to me, as opposed to something like Desolator or Blink, right? But just doesn't care, doesn't need it. 33 doesn't need a Blink either. They're just going to rely on the Earth Spirit and the Stampede to get in and out of these fights.
I wonder what the math is on the Tiny, who has a lot of bonus armor, but is a quite high HP carry. Perhaps the math is better that Hydra's Breath does more to carry Tiny than something like the Desolator would.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's the Blink, so Pure is going to be able to get very active. Interesting that 33 is going to go for the Pipe. We don't see Pipe in some of the auras very often, but thinks it's necessary here versus the Darkseer. I'd tend to agree. I've been a little shocked we've seen it so few games. But
a lot of the damage from Vici is magic.
Yeah.
So,
especially with the Mirana eventually getting an Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, if it was already hard to kill them, it's even harder now. Well, when the Pipe finishes, which is not going to be that long. Like you said, with the Heart done, his farm is going crazy. He's trying to claim that top net worth spot. Pure. It's I thought I was the carry, please. I want to maintain that.
Oh, he got it. Didn't take him long. Just needed about another 5 seconds. I'll just go back and forth. I'm curious where Pure decides to go from here build-wise. To me, the obvious thing would be BKB if they want to actually push the tempo, but he hasn't really been threatened at all this game. It's been pretty free. We'll see the BKB finish up on BZM now as they pursue the Roshan. He's got a little bit of help now as BZM will roll in. They tend to know about this, it would seem. Orb will scout it out. There's going to be an immediate stampede. They got some vision on the Mirana. She just dies right away. Good grab by 33. The question is, do you want to fight down a hero?
You Stampede, but you're going to have to jump in, so they're not even going to need Stampede to get out.
It's got to be the hook shot into the wall. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You got to hook shot and keep Pure in place. Otherwise, he just gets the free blink.
I think they're just hoping to steal it with the hook shot.
Well, Roche is moving now. Jin Q is going to get caught. BZM finds him, but does trap him inside the cogs. One vessel charge left. Bottom lane, they found Shiro.
He might still be okay. They did delay Roche. 1W might give it up for now because Vici can't really do it. Their heroes are not that great at doing Roche. So you could actually just go bottom and get the Tormentor instead and then make your way back top. Or kill Shiro first. Like you said, I thought they hadn't found him originally. Oh, actually the Wheel of Wonder misses. That might... Is anyone coming to help him?
Impalement Arts is destroying him. He cannot get away. Avalanche, toss onto 2, but he's walking right into 2 more heroes. Does get the blink, tries to TP home. He's going to make it. What a disengage there from Shiro. Well played. And top lane, ooh, they were trying to make their own play as well.
They're going to lose this tower pretty fast once the... once the tower starts hitting Centaur. It is so much return damage. Catapult helping out as well. I don't think you can match this top side. It's just a little bit hard for Vici to take that tier 2. So this is going to be 1W starting to claim more map control. Even with this Fortify, 33 is not going to care. He's just going to sit here and tank it till it's done.
Yeah, I mean, he's got heart. Why does he care?
And we can see Vici is not making a move for Roche. This is why 1W is staying down here. They know, what are they going to do? They have a tiny...
Yeah, they're even scanning it, right? They're like, okay, maybe, they're not showing, like, maybe they're starting the move into Roshan, but...
Just in case our math is wrong, let's double check.
They are picking up some nice items. The Shiva's Guard now, done on the Darkseer. Very useful. Like we mentioned in the last fight, right? You can't initiate on the TA with something like Wall. That's one of the downsides of the Darkseer matchup as the game goes on into the TA. You can't initiate with like Vac Wall. She'll just blink as long as she has Refraction up. So you have to initiate with something like the hook shot to burn the Refraction and prevent the blink out. But TA, very good at taking Tormentor. You mentioned this, right? They'll just stay bottom. It goes to Whitemon.
It's not that bad versus...
Darkseer, yeah, does not like the spotlight.
Neither does Mirana ult.
True.
You may not even have to carry Dust. Well, you should still carry it. That's just good habits. But yeah, the fight for a Darkseer tends to happen in one location because you vacuum wall, you want the fight to be near there. You have the coil, all of that. So now you just drop the spotlight there, get the benefits. Sometimes spotlight feels weird because you use it and they just step out of it.
Oh boy. Oh, they found the Mirana once again. Yes. I mean, the supports on Vici Gaming are so poor. They have had a very rough game.
Yeah, they're quickly losing the damage. Tiny has a lot of burst damage to start. Late game Tiny does have some crazy damage, but right now he's mostly burst Tiny. And who can you kill? Centaur, out of the picture. Earth Spirit, quite tanky at this point. Also pretty much out of the picture. The supports, sure, but they've been doing a great job standing behind their teammates. Multiple kills going on.
Oh, they got Puck. Wait.
Okay, there it is.
I was like, that was super strange. Does he actually get out from this? He needs a phase shift and has to dodge the last tick. He misses the Impalement Art. Blink up and one. Does he guess correctly, though? They're going to try and chase after him. Stampede is there. XM up on the high ground. 33 guesses correct on the high ground. Gets the stomp into the kill. I mean, no fears. Like, who kills the Centaur, right?
Yeah, he has nothing to be scared of this game. They did manage to find the Keeper, but feels like a consolation prize when you're losing
your Puck on your high ground at your tier 4s.
Puck pretty much under the tier 4 is how far he blinked for that. Now here's another tier 2. So after this, it'll only be the mid tier 2 left. Usually you use the first Roche to get the map control, but 1W knows they're in such a strong position. They're just taking the towers first. It'll make it even harder to contest the Roshan when they do decide to go for it. I don't know if you push high ground without the banner. It does help a lot, but I mean, the way things are going, you can just see if you get a core kill and then push high ground. And TA is a hero who can certainly do it.
I mean, the TA build, definitely not what I was expecting, but you can't argue with the results. He is owning. He's going to go back for the BKB now, farming incredibly quickly. Level 19. And again, hasn't really been pressured. 4-0-2 overall, 328 CS. That is absurd.
We see Shiro's got quite a lot of CS himself as well, but a lot of these objectives are making the difference. Why?
Oh.
That observer might...
Oh, it's dead.
Never mind. Okay, yeah.
That observer's not going to last very long.
Thought it might at least save him, but there's so much damage from the side of 1W at this point. And this is where it's really tough versus a TA as well, because you kind of need to buy a gem, because she has the traps everywhere and you feel bad moving on the map. One of your plays is the Mirana ult and hope you surprise them with some invis move. And if you lose the gem the way the game's going, that feels really bad. But you still kind of got to do it, I think.
Yeah. This is just...
But who's going to buy it? The supports are so poor.
Yeah. And this is just the classic 1W experience, right? Like the team that's just, well, we're not going to really force anything. We'll just slowly bleed out the objectives and the gold lead, and then eventually we're just going to walk high ground with a massive lead and Aegis. That is exactly what they're doing here. 26 minutes in, 8,000 gold advantage, and Roshan going their way. It doesn't look like, at least at the moment, I mean, Flair is going to come through. We'll see if they want to try and make a hook shot to steal it. He's going in. It's going to be close. Does he steal the Aegis?
My God.
He does. XinQ gets the Aegis. Did he get the banner as well?
This is still the first one from earlier. So
oh, that's right. It is still the first.
Takes the Aegis.
All right. This buys them a lot of breathing room. We'll see if it ends up making a difference.
So actually, it's funny because I was going to say 1W tried to do Roche early. They recognized... Hold on. They might be looking for a kill here. They're going for the Coddle.
Avalanche toss. Coddle. Little overconfident there with his positioning. 33 goes in, gets the stomp, but he is all alone. Vacuumed up onto the high ground. Hold up. Can 33 get down? Yeah, absolutely. BZM's there with a grip.
Thank you.
No tip for BZM.
Okay, they seem to settle down now. What I was going to say is 1W tried to do that Roche earlier, and I think they recognize one of the ways they could throw this game is around a Roche fight, right? We have Avalanche Toss, we have Vacuum, we have the Coil. It's very scary in that Roche pit. So they tried to get on the bottom side where they have the strength, right? That's their outpost. They couldn't get it. They could have done it top, but they said, you know what? They're not going to do Roche, and it's almost easier for them to steal it from us over there. We'll wait till it comes bottom again. They did all of that, and then XinQ said, no, I still want this Aegis. I'm going to take it. They have a big enough lead that they could technically still push without it, find a pickoff, push high ground. I think the way 1W tends to play, they'll wait it out, be careful here, and try not to bleed too many kills. Whitemon will fall, but it is just the position 5. There's the 4-man move up here, and we see the others looking mid.
I like it. I mean, here's the thing, right? Vici Gaming, they're just kind of equalizing, right? The Aegis steal now into finding a support pickoff. They're not getting killed on the map, at least for now. We'll see, you know, with BZM with this gem, if he manages to find anybody. 33 with him. Looking top, and looks like XinQ. This could be the sickest smoke. He gets the blink out. Can he get the hook shot out? It's going to be close. No one turning around to help him. He just gets the TP. Very nicely played from the Clockwork. Wasting more of 1W's time, getting more space for this Darkseer bottom, who, I mean, his items will make a big difference in this game.
If Vici can drag this out long enough, Bach found by the
There's
Wheel of Wonder.
Or the
Half his health just from the position 5 Ringmaster.
With the Vessel.
The other half here claimed by BZM. Okay, wait, that last 10% for Pure, so he can get the kill. If Vici can keep dragging it out, it is another point, right? Roche pit is scary, the high ground is scary versus these heroes, especially the toss back, the coils, all the AoEs, which maybe is part of the idea of the build behind TA. I don't think Hydra's Breath is copied by the Illusion, unlike the more standard stat build and Deso.
We're going to see an attempt here onto Shiro, topside arrow, making a little bit of space, does use the Harpoon for some safety. Shadow Blade's on out. But BZM Very scary on the Earth Spirit. And we've been seeing Earth Spirits pop off this tournament. And despite being the lowest net worth here, at, like on number 6 in terms of the cores, this hero is terrifying, right? Like he can get a lot done with just his BKB magnetized in these fights. You have to respect the hero. As this wacky illusion comes up looking to scout for 1W. And they're not going to pressure it. They're just going to kind of hold the high ground here, see if they can catch Vici off guard, perhaps.
They got what they wanted.
Yeah.
You can see that Vici, right, they TP back to defend. We got to get ready. And 1W just backs up. They're starting to scatter, farm, and they're just going to see, based on what wards and traps they have down, does Vici scatter? Can we make a play? Or should we just continue to retreat backwards, farm up? This is a part of their efficient moves. I believe they're starting to ping out that they're seeing some spreading out from Vici.
It's so funny seeing Ringmaster have like almost no items, like no damage items, and like you said, just 2-shot, or like did half of the Darkseer's health.
All right, they'll continue to farm. They want that next Aegis. It is textbook play.
Oh, nice pickoff from Shiro. Quick TP. Centaur's not going to make it in time, so good pickoff from Shiro on this Tiny.
These are the little kills they need.
You need to make them.
It's not just a support kill. It's a Centaur TPing back to his own half of the map, and that means he's not farming your half. Unfortunately, he's pretty fast, so here he is, continuing to do that. But you need to keep dragging them back to their own half of the map.
I mean, they're doing the classic Darkseer rat, right? He's got that illusion, or the Helm of the Dominator creep top, constantly pushing. You have the Puck, who's very difficult to catch at the moment, trying to make space and grab as much farm away from his team as possible. 33 comes in with the Shivas. The Stomp's going to connect. There's going to be a nice avalanche. Tries to go for the jump away. That's going to be his last leap. But the stun into the TP. Nicely done from the Mirana. Twice now we've seen them make this play and they disengage. And top, another attempted gank. Oh, the win! The Tame the Beast from Whitemon at the last second. XM, it's going to be close. Can he get the blink? Does do for a moment, but the orb out into another phase shift. Drops that coil. There's going to be the Mirana ult.
Doesn't have a teleport, but the longer he can waste time up here.
He's dodging him out. He knows that the Puck is here. He's got the vision. Another jaunt to safety, but this time it will be followed up by Pure, and he will get the kill. Massive play there from Whitemon.
They're actually going on Shiro next.
BKB's in fear that his team cannot get to him. He's going to have to go back to the base. Why? One leap available here. In some trouble as well. Does have the Guardian Greaves. Gonna go down the river for that bonus move speed. Try to get away from Ahri, but this Keeper of the Light is very fast. Arrows into the Abyss.
It's another series of fast moves from 1W, right? They
Yeah.
were just top, and suddenly we see those same heroes killing mid. They got the BKB out of the Tiny. They didn't actually kill him.
Pure's got an Ags.
It's a very uncommon build.
Yo, this is sick. I love this Aghanim Scepter. We just don't see it enough. There's going to be the Avalanche, but the Wheel of Wonder will protect him, and the Harpoon for Shiro to get up onto the high ground. Bach will turn out with a great vacuum wall onto 3, but they'll just roll away. Buy themselves some time. Good toss damage, but nothing from Vici to follow this up. You don't have your coil. You don't have your Mirana arrow.
Now 1W realizes this. They're actually pushing a little bit, but they didn't find the stomp they wanted. They're going to back out, and Roche is getting close. So if you were to throw on high ground and then lose that second Roche, that's a big miss in the power spike. Because I do think 1W is... They're just trying to chase Vici out of the map for now, get that second Roche, and that's going to be their timing. If Vici can survive the Roche and the banner, the Aegis and the banner, it's still there's still work to be done, but I think I will feel a lot better for them. Because, I mean, there's a nearly level 25 TA with a bit of a strange build, but it's still quite strong.
I mean, the TA Aghanim Scepter, I feel like, has been undervalued for very long. The thing is she's a very item-dependent hero, and a lot of times in matchups, she like needed her 6 slots, and then it was like, okay, now I'll go with the Ag Synth. But in a game like this, especially the way 1W plays, it's just for efficient farming, right? He's just going to continuously go back to his corner of the map, farm some camps, and then rejoin his team elsewhere. And he's making sure to place the trap the moment he TPs in, right? So he's not actually losing, you know, the map pressure. It also helps that you have a Coddle, right, who can give you the mana, because it is a very mana-intensive Ags.
That's true. And I think it fits this particular game,
Yeah.
which...
Ooh, 33.
33.
I mean, are you going to go for it? They get the Silver Edge, the break, the Avalanche, the toss to snap the coil, but you need more help. You need more damage, and it's just not there. Shiro's all alone. Vacuum wall from Bach, but there's going to be the Stampede. BZM just takes out the backline. One dead. He'll pop the BKB, and there's the stomp. They turn around. They take out Bach, and they're looking for Shiro. His BKB already expended. Can he get away up onto the high ground? He's going to try his best, but the Meld Bash, it's online for Pure, and you cannot get away. 3 dead. They don't have the damage.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised he's not hitting this, but he actually TP'd bottom just to get more farm. And are they going to push bottom instead, or are they going to go Roche? Because I don't know why you would push bottom instead of just top, except I guess he just says, I'm not even needed top. My team's going to get top. I'm going to get bottom as well. Except here they come, so I don't know. I'm a little confused.
They cut top wave. You have Darkseer all the way up there, so maybe they want to play around the creep wave. But either way, 33 just blinking out in front of the fountain, seemingly unbothered.
That's what I thought. I thought they would just have him tank the whole time.
Yeah.
But you know what? Bottom barracks just as good as top barracks.
Some would say better.
Some could, especially because Roshan's bottom, right?
Yep.
So now the enemy team, they want to stay bottom, but there's a lane always pushing into them, forcing them back. And they're actually not even done yet. They're going to pass this off to 33.
How do you push them out of the base at all, right? Like, they are so strong. They have Ari on the Coddle behind them. They have Whitemon on this Ringmaster. This duo support, making it impossible for Vici Gaming to actually find an opening. And the BKB is available. The blink and the stomp. They just pop that immediate Stampede. The high ground miss maybe saving that Mirana's life. Bach's going to go and get capped by the silence, though. Unable to get the vacuum wall they were looking for, and you still don't have Tiny, right? So they push all of this out, and they disengage the moment the 5 heroes of Vici Gaming are up. They'll just retreat back across this map, farm it up on their way out. 21,000 gold advantage.
Vici also does not have a lot of wards on the map, like we've been saying. So there actually was a moment 1W split there. 2 heroes went top, and those 3 heroes were bottom. If they knew that, they might have tried to force that. But they don't. They just don't have that info. So like you said, to their perspective, we don't have our Tiny. We can't really do anything. We have to just sit here. And now this will be the Roche for 1W. We kind of saw they didn't really need it, but it's the safe play. Vici knows this is our last shot. We have to somehow win this fight. We have to steal this Roche. We're down 23,000 gold. Maybe the greatest vacuum wall avalanche toss combo in the world.
We've seen some pretty amazing Tiny plays. It's the problem is doing it away from the Ringmaster. We'll see if they can do it. A really good angle being made here. They might find Pure all alone. He's up on the high ground. The smoke's going to pop. 33 just jumps in, trying to scout these heroes out. He pops that Workhorse, getting a little bit of movement speed to play around, but Pure's already found his first victim. Xingqiu removed from the fight. He's going to buy back, but he has no real way of getting to the fight. It's going to be a while before he can do anything, and they've managed to find Bach. He gets the vacuum 3 onto the Avalanche, but where they don't have any more follow-up damage. Pure pops the BKB, the Stampede to get some distance away. 33 looking for XM, but can't find him. You've lost the Mirana, and you've spent everything. The Hoof Stomp comes out, 33. The Centaur, will he ever die? It doesn't feel like it. They find the Ringmaster, but he puts himself in the box. Coil comes out, but Shiro is dead. A worthy trade for 1W. They do not mind.
All things considered, that was a pretty great jump from Vici. They had to invade over to the triangle. They managed to find a 3-man vacuum. They actually got Pure down to about his last 1/3, 1/4 health. But that's what a gold lead does for you, right? You just have extra items, you have extra saving tools, and they just don't have enough damage to finish the job there.
All right, BZM having a little fun. All right, we appreciate having a good laugh. Trying to troll his carry a little bit here. Bach under vision, in a lot of trouble. Will he make it up onto his own high ground? He realizes he's cut off completely. Great stone out from BZM. He's got his number. Quick kill. This is the Earth Spirit, man. This is, I feel like, has been the hero of the tournament, right? Not a lot of people knew how strong Earth Spirit was coming into this. We saw it picked a little bit here and there. But in the hands of the right player, it is owning.
He's just going in a lot of these fights. separating the back line. We've kind of talked about how much you need to combo everything. You got little saves like that, right? Just pull them out of the arrow. 33 can do crazy stuff like this, and you can choose to follow up, you can choose to pull them back. In this case, with Aegis at a near 30k lead, of course you're going to go in together. It's not really even tower diving at this point.
This is 1W's base. Coil comes out, XM trying to make some space. They're going to go ahead, buy back on the darks here. Maybe you can snap the coil. No. It's just going to be a BKB from BZM. He turns around onto Shiro. The Tiny forced away immediately as now comes the Stampede. Bach will be forced to BKB as well. Without detection, they will survive for now, but your base still under siege, and 1W really want the Mega Creeps to go for the Avalanche, the toss, but the BKB comes out for Pure. He'll just walk away.
He's literally by himself. They can't kill him. And they're looking for the puck somewhere else. Oh yeah, you okay? Are you okay, Carrie? Are you good?
Yeah, he's like, I'm fine. I've still got an Aegis. I don't mind. Another buyback, and 1W, they're going to respect it. It's a fake back. They're not going to respect it, right? They know how strong they are. 33 goes in. The Shivas, the Stomp. Shiro with an Avalanche. Can't go for a toss. The arrow just splitting right between the heroes. Ari pushes him away with a blinding light as they continue to just beat down these lanes of racks, securing the last one, and Mega Creeps now for 1W. 37,000 ahead. 1W a few moments away from a Game 1 victory in this elimination.
100% sounds about right. I think you need. I think you need maybe like seven fountain tosses here. Let's see how many they can find. Perhaps if BZM rolls in, Avalanche, toss him back. Step one, you know, power cogs, push him back again.
33 on the Centaur, blink in, Stomp's gonna catch the Mirana. The Hex comes out. Held down on the back line. They've already got the kill onto the Clockwork. Both supports hit the deck in the tier 4s. Don't even stand a chance. XM trying to make whatever space he can here on the puck, but it might be too little too late. Wheel of Wonder doesn't quite connect. Shiro will try to finish off the Ringmaster. He gets the box off. The Stampede gets him to safety. Oh, man.
Oh, the tree
Not
finishes
even
him.
scraps for the side of Vici as they get absolutely dumpstered. 1W, a textbook performance in this game.
Pretty classic 1W, I gotta say. Strong showing in the lanes. The heroes they like, right? Not moving too far out. Maybe not a ton of TAs being picked, but certainly some in comfort. And Lena Carey, she tends to build more right clicks. I mean, yeah, Carey, right? And then you don't care about getting doomed as much, because as long as you have used your initial burst and then you get doomed, yeah, it's annoying for you, but you're attacking like crazy. You kind of still do what you need to do.
You still got those inner fire stacks to play off of, right? And like, that's all you need. You just got to press the Laguna, max stacks, and you just run with it. So we'll see if they can make it happen. You've got that nice matchup in the mid lane of the Earthshaker, which we've been seeing a little bit more pulled out from some of the teams. It's looked good, I would say, on average. But whether or not you can beat BZM on his Earth Spirit and prevent him from having the impact that he's been having consistently every single game, that's the question, right? Like, he gets so much done on these mid lane playmakers, making tons of space, mostly for 33.
This is a real throwback. Earthshaker, Earth Spirit. Was it like a year ago, maybe
like,
two?
Yeah,
Blade
I think
Mail,
it was like last TI or something,
Blade
right?
Mail mid-meta. Yeah, we'll see what it can get done. It does have a pretty good showing in the lane. I think the damage got nerfed is ultimately why the Earthshaker dropped off. But it is...
The mana cost as well.
Yeah, it's still doable.
Yeah, they kept hitting the Earthshaker nerf because it just played itself. It was a little bit too easy. Nice little fear there from Pure. Going to secure that bounty rune. Well, 3-for-1 slight advantage here for 1W, but we'll see what happens in the lanes. I think Vici's lanes are much stronger than what we saw in Game 1. I don't even feel like their lanes were that bad, but I did feel like 1W had the advantage. This time, I don't know if that's the case. I feel like it should be a little bit more even.
Well, they are trying to do some cute shenanigans to help them out in that, but it is sniffed out by 1W. Pure will TP the lane to be safe.
I mean, they still got the range creep, right? That's what they're looking for.
I mean, you know, would you turn down a first blood on the carry who just walks down the lane? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's true. You definitely take those. So the big question, right? What can Shiro get done on this safe lane Lina? Double Null Talisman queued with a stick. I mean, it makes sense, right? This hero, very mana hungry, needs to be able to sustain that Dragon Slave spam. That's a great way to do it. In mid, you have the bottle. You don't really have that in the safe lane. I was wondering if it was going to be like a Null Talisman Falcon Blade angle, but he's just going to go double Null Talisman.
Harass out this Doom. He's got a little less regen than he did before.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so originally we saw that Lina pick come out, and I was thinking one of the ways you can potentially try to slow down 1W, they're such a strong team, but it's beat them in the lane and be ready to steal their stacks. You know they're going to make it. I thought mid Lina was an idea for that. It's moved over to carry, but a lot of the stacks happen in the triangle, right? So you could still bring Shiro over, and Earthshaker mid, he struggles to make plays without a blink. But stealing stacks is something he can do, because you just get level 6, you pull them together, you echo. You actually want to do that on your own side. But if you know 1W is going to stack on their side, maybe you can just go over there, echo, steal it away, and at least that's step 1. Maybe step 1 is the lane. Step 2 of slowing down 1W and their efficient farming gameplay.
I do like the Largo, again, for Bach. We've spoken with him, and he loves this hero. It's one of his favorite offlaners. Sometimes it's been falling flat in the offlane, like it hasn't had the best performances, but there are still games where it's looked really good. And I don't know if that's necessarily player-specific or draft-specific. We'll have to see what he can get out of the lane and what he decides to itemize for this game, because there's a lot of options. Oh, nicely done, holding Whitemon there inside the Frog Stomp, but only level 2 right now, so not the most available damage in this offlane.
Doom is a little bit of a tricky matchup for Largo. I'm going to be curious how they approach that later.
Lincoln's Lotus Shard.
That is one way, right? But the thing is, I don't think it's as completely one-sided towards Doom. I think the early to mid game, Doom does tend to shut down what Largo wants. But as you get into the late game Dota, I think one of Largo's greatest strengths there is just like the movement speed, the kiting, dragging people around with catchy lick. And it's actually almost difficult to lock down a team that you're trying to Doom and they're all running around hasted and getting pulled.
Oh, Jin Q low in the bottom lane. Will get saved though.
Now, of course, if they have a huge lead like last game, then it's not going to be a problem. But let's see what Vici can do. Right now, they haven't given up some kills, although maybe I just cursed them.
That was a very nice dead shot fear. Bach falling low, pulled underneath the tower and dead as they get that first blood for Whitemon. And top lane, they lose Y as well. Ari securing this kill. So once again, we see 1W just showing why they're one of the best laning teams in the game.
A little bit of a caster curse. I was just about to say they haven't lost the heroes on the side lanes, you know, step up from last game, but...
Oh, no.
How's this mid lane going? There are some denies getting picked up for XM.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's got 22 CS. He's not really struggling too much. Pure bottom lane. Does get the Lotus as well as the stick, so he's going to be okay. Healed up there thanks to Whitemon. Top lane, though, Ari's going to go down. Great move there from the Tusk, taking advantage of that Lina's attack range.
This was a strong lane combo when...
It is, yeah.
When Lina was a carry.
Was it like 2024?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was like almost like the first half of 2024, I think, Lina carry. I mean, she was pretty much picked in every role, but we saw her quite often in that role. Jin Q! That shot back, but a nice catchy look, trying to get him some space, but the Treant just... so much damage, gets himself another kill here in this bottom lane.
This is why we see Treant banned so often. They even tried to cut down his trees, but with the boot start, it's so good. You just run in. You can't cut every tree, right? So at some point, you find an angle, you start punching, you start doing some crazy damage.
Yeah. I mean, you can always just use Nature's Grasp too, right? Like, once you have the points in Nature's Grasp, you can use that as a way to get in position.
It's a mind game, right? You can throw it down, and is he running at me invis, about to punch me and root me, or is he just doing something else?
Ooh, unfortunate there from Y. Shackle up does have the tag. Oh, no, man. Actually, we'll just snowball to safety instead. So it's just going to be Shiro going straight into the Maelstrom. So this is kind of the classic carry Lina build that we're familiar with. Really good at farming. Oh, okay. That's a very convenient time to get a proc there. Instantly kill a ward.
One of the nice things about that ability. A lot of damage going into 33.
They have shards, they do. Shards. LSA comes out. That's a very nice kill for the to take down the off lane of 33. And a good read, right? They know that they've been doing a lot of rotations for the 6-minute power runes. Something that they like to do a lot on 1W, so yeah.
A stronger showing from Vici in the lane so far.
Absolutely.
I will say, I don't think it's the end of the world to fall a little bit behind 1W, right? Sometimes lineups just take a little bit longer to hit their critical mass. But last game we saw Vici really struggle when the clockwork was way too low level and they just had no ways to make plays around Bach, who had been doing okay. Shackle rotations.
There's going to be a TP though. Can they actually turn this one around? Xingqiu is nearby. LSA comes out. They have the telekinesis if they want to try and keep 33 in place, but there's the shard. He's just getting burned by Shiro, and now it's Ari trying to find an opening, but the roll-in BZM is here. This is the threat of that Earth Spirit. The very easy movements into the side lanes.
They might lose their shrine. They're TPing heroes in to defend it.
They know that this is here, right?
No one's over there.
Here. They're just going to echo him. Meanwhile, on that Wisdom Shrine, gets cleaned up by Whitemon. I think you're happy to find that kill, though. But Whitemon is over. He's level 5. He's higher level than Bach.
The same as last game, right? When he's getting kills, when he's stealing Wisdom Shrines.
He's so scared right now. He gets caught by Whitemon, he'd be dead. Well, speaking of dead,
they're kind of cooking, though.
That's a huge kill. You didn't have to commit Laguna for this either. All right, the Carolina, it's doing what it needs to do. It needs to win the lane. It needs to come out ahead of this Muerta, of this Doom, and join his team in that mid game.
A little similar to last game where the Tiny was doing well, but I think Tiny has almost a bit of a harder time participating in these early fights. Lina has like a more clear, I'll show up, I will Laguna, okay, now back to farming, right?
Yeah.
It's a little easier to get involved without that same pressure of, hey, you're our carry, I get that, but also you're the Blink initiator, so we need you to be in all these fights. That's a lot on his shoulders. I think this game, it's going to be a little bit easier for him to maintain this net worth lead, whereas last game it started to drop off. He will need to get involved a bit, maybe until the Blink for Earthshaker. I think that's when he can kind of just be left to his own devices.
Yeah, I mean, the Lina goes this Boots of Travel typically after the Maelstrom, right? So Shiro will be able to join if he wants to, but he's going to have that option, right? It's not required. He can get her on the map very quickly thanks to those Boots of Travel. The max inner fire here, level 4, which I'm actually surprised he's got 4 points in the inner fire, but it is the Carolina. Bach bottom lane getting ran down by the Muerta. Pure will grab the kill. That's his first Pierce the Veil stack. Now BZM, needs to be careful. Laguna comes through. Snowball to chainstun him down. Tries to go for the kick away. He's got the Lina burn, but it's not enough. He will heal it off. Very close there, and a good escape from BZM.
Pretty good on the spell usage too, but that
So close.
Earth Spirit, just such a tanky hero in the early game. He at least had to leave, but they're not feeling confident about defending this tower.
Well, now that they see Whitemon, maybe even less so. Level 6 on the Treant Protector.
Overgrowth is such a powerful tool here. They will have the Largo Catchy Lick later on in the game. It's nice to have that to remove the overgrowth from your carries. You're not, you're put in a weird spot. You got to save BKB, you got to save Dispels. The Catchy Licks, which we've been seeing more people get the 2 charges of, will help a lot with that. But that's later. In this early game, overgrowth is scary.
Whitemon just continuing to position aggressively, right? Like, Treant Protector is such a hard hero to commit on. And at the bottom rune, nice throw in there from BZM. Going to be able to make sure that XM couldn't get it. Ends up spawning top haste. Tusk will grab it. So neither of the mid lanes finding the power rune that they were looking for. So what are we looking for on the Largo? Because this is one of those heroes that has struggled a little bit in the offlane more and more, but we've seen the Meteor Hammer kind of become a little bit more of an... Oh, that is a big kill. Overgrowth committed, finds it, top lane. They miss the Laguna, and they're just going to turn around, thinking they don't have any damage to finish the kill.
Yeah, you need both to connect to have a chance. I mean, this is a hard hero to kill.
If you had the Maelstrom, maybe?
Maybe. It should be...
Uh-oh. Why? Gonna cut off the rotation here from BZM. He's actually doing a lot of work here on the Tusk, but there's the silence. Ash Legion Shield trying to keep him healthy and topped off. Has Snowball. Shards as well. He's just gonna buy himself time. He knows he's dead.
They know with no Laguna, he's not scared to take that extended fight, and if Lina tries to walk in to just contribute by right clicks, then Doom is gonna get her. So they're just gonna leave him to die, which feels a little bad for Vici because that was the blink on Earthshaker, and I thought that was gonna be their chance to do something. They are maybe looking for mid. Nah, it's too fast.
How long on Echo? Just a couple of seconds, right? From what I saw. Bach here. We'll see Whitemon, but how do you run this guy down? You have no mana.
The team to be already in position. I think we'll see Lotus a little bit faster on Bach. Sometimes we see some other items come out first. I'm curious if you skip the Kaya. It feels bad to do that on Largo. You are very mana intensive, and we typically see the Kaya into some other utility items if you need to go that route.
I mean, this is just classic 33 Doom. He's going straight into the Radiance. He's like, yeah, you know, no pressure. I'm just going to farm up, get my Radiance. Eventually, I'll get a Blink Dagger and start joining. They're going to believe in their like kind of late game advantage, it seems.
It was a little slower to start, but we are seeing the classic 1W farming. And this is where a hero like Earthshaker, it can do well in the lanes, but the playmaking's a little slow till Blink. He has it now. He rushed it.
He
died first, and he is now trying to find that kill, and 1W knows it, right? They've played their own share of Earthshaker mids. They know he really wants to find these Blink Echo kills. They're just being careful.
He's going to echo the stack. Is he? No, okay, maybe not.
Feels bad, right? Like, you really want to use it to get a kill, but 1W is being so careful. They're pushing Whitemon up to the edge, right? Like, okay, echo my Treant. Like, what do I care?
Oh, he's going to know there's a hero here, right? Because the tomato clap. So Box, yeah, okay, good read. Knows Whitemon's nearby. We'll get some distance. There is a very deep ward here in the triangle of Vici Gaming. Scouting out the Lina, taking some of these ancient stacks. But a very difficult angle to go for. Instead, a rotation to the safe lane by BZM is going to get scanned out. So why? Again here, might try and block the smoke. He's just kind of being patient, waiting to see what angle 1W want to go for.
Love this Lina kill. Bro's got to be really careful. Y is looking down bottom, but...
Good blink in from XM. They find Ahri instead. That's such a good read. They know 1W's on the top side there, right? Coming through the twin gate. So, very good read. Immediately punished.
They need to keep finding small kills like that. Otherwise, 1W... I mean, you've got the money printer Doom, right? The longer the game just drags out, it tends to favor...
Bach is going to go the Meteor Hammer. I don't blame him. I think he needs it. Like, there needs to be some sort of farming item and mana item for this hero to feel like it contributes. The downside is it just feels like a slower version of the Doom right now, where Doom is almost 2,000 gold ahead. He's cleaning up some massive stacks. He's approaching that Radiance. BZM's going to come through and just steal some of the creeps instead. Or all of them.
Largo does have a lot of items he wants to get, so getting some kind of farming boost does help. And I do like Vici's late game more this time around. That's fine. Look, 33 is going to go back to farming anyway, you know?
BZM needs to watch himself. Kicks coming, man. Why? Finds Whitemon. Does get the overgrowth. As the Wind Ranger is nearby. Does have Snowball and Shards trying to make some space. There's the blink, the echo from XM. Tries to finish off Ahri. We'll see if he can do it. He is trapped between the Shards and the Fissure. Nowhere to go. Power Shot does come out, but Shiro's going to grab him with the Laguna. A very good entry for that Blink Echo. We've been wondering, when's it going to happen? They finally get it, and you're going to get those Boots of Travel now, done for the Lina. So kind of equalizing this net worth a little bit.
We'll say, though, this Muerta, not the fastest farmer to start at the beginning of the game, but he is top net worth thanks to the kills he got and then all the space he has. And he has been left alone in all of this. Now, they are trying to bring heroes to get him, but 1W, they sense it coming. They've already got heroes here to defend as well. Also, no need to give up a tower for free. If you can actually hold this bottom tower, it's great, because it helps so much when you want to fight the Tormentor.
That's a smart retreat. 33. No, looks like he'll be fine. They're bringing some more heroes. Ari's coming up here as well, though. There is a really, like, cheeky ward in the tree line up there that does scout anyone come through the twin gate. And they also have a new ward here, or a relatively new ward here, bottom, seeing BZM. Thinking about going for him. The blink in, the stun, the snowball to come through. LSA into the Laguna. They got him. Telekinesis just in time. And now,
Doom.
yeah, Doom blocked off. He's going to get kicked into...
Wait,
what?
That might not have been good.
That's not where you want him. Instead, he gets the Doom onto your Largo. And 33... Did someone kill him? All right, they got him. Is
okay,
he gonna live?
it's fine as long as no more damage comes in. Okay, stolen kick. I don't think they expected Doom to have Hurricane, so that was almost an amazing escape.
He went so
and then he
far.
was almost delivered a kill. He almost kicked him in. Bach was going to feel very betrayed on that. It's like, what the heck?
It's like, where does this Doom come from? Why is he up here?
I came over to help you guys, and you kicked him into me to doom me.
Calculated though, Doom down, off cooldown, or now on cooldown. That was the plan all along.
Absolutely
right?
brilliant bait.
Amazing
They
play.
did the math. They did the
Yeah.
math. I know you'll survive Largo. Largo's a very tanky hero, so.
Well, with that, he gets his Meteor Hammer. They are equalizing here on Vici Gaming, and this is exactly what they need to do. I am curious, like, which team wants to kind of force the objective and force the plays, right? Because you're at a point where you get this Meteor Hammer, you can finally start accelerating the net worth on the Largo, but that doesn't mean he's really getting active on the map. Top side getting active. Ari's going to find a Shackle set up there onto Y. I feel like XM has done a great job on the Shaker so far, and he's got his Kaya done as well. Let Echo back up off cooldown. You need to be very careful on 1W. Standing in a creep wave could be a death sentence.
They're looking for the fight. Fightmon scouting things out, but Vici, they used a lot of their abilities early. They want to chill. They're going to just step away from this.
They saw the Treant. He walked right in between a ward sentry, so they know he's down here.
The vision game this time really stepped up for Vici. It is helping them so much.
Yeah, really good point. It definitely has.
They've seen a lot of the movements coming in. And that's a necessary step to prevent 1W from making efficient plays, right?
they see
Farming here,
BZM.
move, get a kill, get out.
There's the Blink Echo. There's going to be the follow-up stuns. Ellis, that's the exact same combo 3 times in a row now to take BZM out. They are doing a fantastic job of dodging 1W and finding these return kills. That's exactly what they need to do.
Highlighting there, he hasn't even felt like he can take these fights, hasn't even put anything into Magnetize. He's not for lack of trying. I mean, he scouts, but he always just gets found and stopped. Now, it is giving space to Pure, right? All these kills have mostly been left alone. And that's actually the question I am now at. You kind of mentioned, which is this better for, right? If the game goes late. Usually, I would say Muerta carry in the late game is terrifying, especially once you pick up some critical strike. You can just be deleted so quickly. But we have this unconventional Lina carry. We have the instant initiation of the Blink Echo. Sometimes I can just get a hero like Muerta killed before she even does anything. So the later this game goes, I actually do think it could go either way. It'll really come down to how these fights break out. And so far, Vici doing a great job of that.
Yeah, they're closing in on the Blink Dagger for Y. The Tusk, he's already had a lot of impact this game. He's struggling net worth-wise. He's been pretty sacrificial. But he is going to get there eventually.
I think the Ags is done on the Lina. That was being delivered to her? Yeah,
She's
so
got
she's
it.
got
Wow.
the Ags. It's a strong item. The Shadow Blade just delivered for the Muerta. That might get her out of trouble if they don't have detection prepared.
So
I guess they should. There's a Treant.
I was curious about this because some of the old carry Lina builds were like the Maelstrom into Mjolnir or the Shadow Blade, and you need to go back for the Aghanim Scepter to get that flying movement, the extra damage on your spells. Bach bottom lane getting jumped on as BZM's trying to chase after him. They get the Shackle, and in comes Huerta. Do they have
Glimmer?
detection? Glimmer Cape, you can't see him. Overgrowth, that's going to work. LSA comes out onto the Muerta. Yeah, you got to pierce the veil, but they've got the damage instead. Pure goes down, and now the chase for more. Can they find the opening? Whitemon hit by the dust. XM, he's got that arcane. He wants to find this tree, and he's walking his way through the trees. The Fissure is going to connect. Do they know?
Have they run out of detection?
They've read out. He's hiding in the trees.
This is the annoying thing about Treant Protector. if you could kill him, you'd feel a lot more confident about going for this Tormentor. They might still try it, but
the scan does let them know they're not on the high ground. XM wants to chase.
Tower.
He's got that echo.
They should have this. Okay, well, actually, we're triggered left.
Yeah, Bog. I mean, he can heal a little bit. It's Snowball, maybe. Oh, gosh, Treant. Hold up.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. I was going to say, what if Nature's Grasp got the last hit?
That would be
despair.
insane. That would be insane. That is so low damage. It is not meant to be if Nature's Grasp steals it away from you.
Not at all. Gaben having some interference from the sideline.
Things going pretty well for Vici.
Yeah, I love what they've done.
Showing how good 1W is, right? Like, the gold lead is still pretty much dead even. It's why this team is so hard to beat. But Vici's doing a great job so far. And actually, as things slow down for a moment, I do want to say, as a Largo enjoyer, I think the heroes he enables best are hybrid magic physical damage heroes.
Absolutely.
And Lina is actually one of the best. And now that her abilities actually do the burn over time, that is really good for the percent HP damage of Croak of Genius if he's putting that onto the Lina. It is an absurd amount of damage. And then when you play the Bullbelly Blitz, that's also enabled a lot because her spells do more and her right clicks do more when they proc the damage. So I really like that combo, assuming you're not being doomed. That's going to be something for 33 to be looking out for.
Yep.
But I do think that's a very strong combo. That could be something that gives Vici the edge in the late game.
That's almost a BKB. Bach's just going to go right for it early this game.
I mean, there's so many silences.
I love
right?
it, yeah. It's very smart.
Can't save your Lina if you can't use spells.
We're closing in on that Mjolnir as well here for Shiro. Whitemon does have his Blink Dagger upline, so even more difficult to find this guy roaming through the trees. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Largo-Lina combo, I don't know if we've seen it yet. Like, I know we've potentially seen it through the mid lane, but I don't know if we've seen it in the carry explored really at all. But that's going to do some serious work. Like, some of my favorite Largo pairings are the heroes like Void Spirit, right? A hero that does have that kind of hybrid damage from the mid lane. Ember Spirits as well. Like, it does make sense to have the Lina in that pool.
Queen of Pain's another really good one.
Yeah.
She's a little bit less common to see now, but Lina is similar, but leans more into the right-click damage.
Oh, we are smoked up. Earth Spirit.
Just rolled in.
He has no idea Lina's trying to find him. He's got the Blade Mail proc. There's going to be the telekinesis. The chain stuns are there, and they will find BZM. Once again, he is having a rough time on this Earth Spirit getting active, and Power Rune's coming. Roshan's up. Do they find it? It's a haste rune that takes right into the bottle of XM. Vici Gaming getting everything they want out of this Lina pick right now. We'll see what they can do with this Aegis. If they can force 1W further onto the back foot.
Very different from game one.
Oh, yeah.
1W barely losing any cores in that game.
Oh, blink out. Nicely done from Whitemon.
This time, they constantly find core kills along with support kills. And Earth Spirit mid, you want him to get active early, right? It's his strength as a mid laner. And BZM has not been able to find anything this game. Yor remains fairly untouched, and after the laning stage, so is 33, since he's pretty much avoided all of it. He did just get the Blink. He has Blink Radiance BKB. Is that the timing they were waiting for? It is a little weird now into Aegis, but you can still find pickoffs, right? Whitemon, we've constantly seen him just running around the enemy's half of the map, scouting things out. So if he can find Vici split up, maybe that's where you sneak the Doom over, jump in, get a quick pickoff, and then back out. He's going to be very familiar with the strengths of the Largo offlane. All right, 33 is also very good at the hero. I think he will know how much to prioritize Bach with these Dooms. Like, he will find the right hero. But it will be tough because there are things like Tusk, Shards, and Punch, the Rubik telekinesis save. It's not so easy to just stick on to the Largo, especially if those Lincolns and the Lotuses come out. You're going to be forced to Doom yourself and stay on target, and it'll be tough.
They're going to see Whitemon top here once again. The thing is like, is it ever worth committing to try and find this Treant Protector? Is he just such a nuisance you'd rather just go somewhere else? Well, I say that, and they're smoking directly to the bottom. Great scan, though. 1W. They know something is up.
That's the tricky thing.
Are they going to get caught, though? Ari trying to break the smoke here. Has a ward. He knows they're here somewhere. But will he escape is the question for now. Looks like he might do. No, he's walked right into Y. He gets the blink out into the trees, the shards. Not going to reveal him quite yet.
They must know.
Oh, they found him now, right? Yeah, there's the shackle. Caught by the frog stomp, and now the chain stuns come through. Y will grab the kill. Space kind of made it. Took him a little while to do this. You know, they pushed in top, but they're going to continue to run back the other way. Whitemon popping that Nature's, guys.
You asked, is it worth running at this Treant? Yes and no, right? Like, we see, okay, I don't want to run at that Treant. I'm going to go somewhere else. But if Treant is pushing in the top lane and he's saying, I don't see anyone up here, guys. They must be somewhere else. That's how Ari knew to be careful. They actually still found him in the end. After that, if you can then go punish the Treant who sees that happening, he's trying to push out top, that tends to be pretty efficient for them. Uh-oh, bottom.
Oh, big BKB. Doom coming out from 33. He's going to try and TP to safety. It might keep him alive. We'll see if it's enough. Lina, though, falling low onto Pure. Hold up. He just takes him down. 2v1 Shiro. Unbothered by the carry, Muerta.
That's the counterplay in this matchup. When the Muerta ult comes out, Laguna soon to follow.
The flame cloak doing so much damage.
And he still has Aegis.
Yeah,
so
that's so true.
It wasn't even that easy to commit onto him. They were trying to get the Earthshaker, but he's pretty tanky, so he just TP'd out. I guess they did get the BKB out of him.
I mean, you take that, you know your Earthshaker lives, you get the kill onto the Muerta, you still have Aegis, and you'll just go right back onto the map.
I also feel like this feels so much more comfortable for Shiro.
It does, 100%.
This feels like a hyper carry type play style that, I mean, he's not the most hyper carry late game farmer out there, but it seems more comfortable for him. And this style of Lina seems to be fitting the team a lot more.
Hurricane Pike now done. That's a great pickup to give him some distance against these heroes like the Earth Spirit, even the Treant or the Doom, right? Like, Lina does struggle with heroes that can get on top of the Lina. In the draft, I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe they banned the Earth Spirit, but the idea to move it to the carry, pretty genius. And it's paying off already. Shiro putting some pressure on this tier 2 tower. 1 minute left on the Aegis. He's got some backup on his team right now. But 1W afraid to engage, and rightfully so, it might seem.
You're trying to wait out this Aegis.
Yeah.
It will allow them to claim the top tier 2 tower. Okay, we had a little longer because of the Treant, but there we go. Getting more of the map for themselves. This is so necessary versus 1W. You have to restrict their ability to farm.
And where are we on Largoba? This guy needs his load.
It's close.
It is close. You are right.
So this is the nice thing about the Lina on the carry. In the mid lane, it feels weird because she's a ranged hero, and then a lot of the best carries are also ranged heroes, and that's where it puts the draft in a weird spot. So by being a carry, they are able to get this Earthshaker mid, so it's a melee to be in the front, and now the Largo can stay in the back. That makes it hard to doom him.
That's a rough courier to go down. He's 100 gold.
They might have to wait for that.
Oh, that hurts. That is a really good pickoff from 1W, buying themselves a little bit of time. Maybe they can find a play now.
You still are pretty strong if you find
Absolutely
the initiation. So I think Vici won't be too worried. Good blink out.
He's got a... I like the gem pickup. They actually have full vision of Pure here. The question is if they can actually get to him. He's going to pop that Shadow Blade, but guess what? XM has that gem. They're afraid to go any further, though.
You can't commit too hard. Muerta has still farmed pretty well, and if she is able to just stand and attack, that is what Muerta wants, right? So if you're starting to dive her and you don't know where the enemy is, you know your Lina's not close enough, it's how you could throw the game. And not that they're in a massive lead, but 3K at 30 minutes certainly feels a lot better than where they were in game 1. And they need this win. If you lose this, you are out. If you win, you can force it to the game 3. They seem to be on the right track.
They're doing everything right. Absolutely. Like, this has been Vici Gaming playing a much tighter, much cleaner game 2 here. They're the ones playing the aggressor, not letting 1W get away.
I think this Lina might get respect banned if they do go to game 3.
I mean, the first pick, Lina, it's working. You cannot...
That's the thing, right? It could have gone mid too, so it is just such a powerful pick to go over if you can showcase that, yes, we will play it as carry. We've been theorizing that teams could do it, but very few have actually done it.
Good little disengage through the twin gate there. XM might need to
He's got to be careful.
Okay, he's not going to go through. Yeah, good positioning here from Whitemon, waiting to see if anyone's going to follow them through.
Both teams have a lot of their abilities and BKBs ready, but the next fight could determine the second Roche. That's why both teams want to be so careful about what they commit to. But Vici smokes up. If they can find the fight now, hope for a fast Roche. That could be the second going towards them. The banner would be great to help them push this high ground. Something you kind of have to commit to versus Treant. If you don't finish the job, he's just going to heal it up.
We'll see what they can do here. I mean, Tormentor's also on the bottom half. 1W might just give it up. It is really scary to contest, and they can take it fairly fast on Vici Gaming.
If they don't find anything in the smoke, I think they will grab it.
They'll go for it, right? I mean, the shard for Largo is so good. If he happens to be the one that gets it here, it would be a massive win for them. So we're going to find out who it goes to. It goes to Shiro. A little unfortunate. I mean, this is bad. It's not bad at all. It's definitely a decent shard, but if you're the Largo in this game against the Doom, you'd very much appreciate the free shard.
It hurts because there's so many items you want on this Largo. I believe I saw he had the Ags queued up. And when we actually interviewed him, he did tell us, when you reach that point with the Ags and you can just run into a fight, play the song, that's when Largo feels insane. It gives so much space to the Lina in the back because you try to ignore her. Largo is hitting every hero with that song. It is so powerful. And it means Doom is going to potentially have to just stay in that area as well on top of the Largo. That means he's not really making much space in the back of the fight from Huerta.
This smoke, they're looking for Y here. He's going to get the blink, and Shackle doesn't quite connect, but they will have the follow-up. And they'll grab themselves a nice pickoff. It's been a while, I think, since we've seen 1W grab a kill.
Been slow from them, but that is a perfect time to get a kill as you're waiting for Roche. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to them, it's quite a long one.
Much longer, yeah. There's a this 5,000 gold advantage is the Lina, right? Like, she is so far ahead. Shiro is crushing it right now.
Going for the Daedalus. That is going to be so much damage.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
If Vici can get second Roche and Daedalus on Lina.
Excellent. Wow, that looked like it hit, but I guess not.
It looks like it should have hit on both.
Yeah.
Like the original should have hit, and then where he blinked also should have been hit.
It's like the frame perfect dodge somehow.
All right, well done, Ari. I see you.
That was interesting, yeah.
He's familiar with Fissure himself, plays a lot of Earthshaker, one that's
Arcane.
relevant.
XM.
Oh, that's pretty nice for XM.
Yeah, he's very happy to have that one. Chain stun, LSA. No, I mean, Shiro, you need to be a little bit careful here. Very, very aggressive positioning, but he does have that tusk to follow him up.
.33's got the Shivas.
There's a ward. There's 2 wards scouting this whole position here from Vici Gaming. They want to try and get to the Earthshaker, but why? Potentially blocking them off once again. The blink in, the Shivas, the stomp, the silence, everything dumped on top of him. The shackle from Ari, he did manage to find XM. Oh, that's a disaster. Roshan up in 25, and you're going to be down 2 heroes. They steal the gem away.
That's a big win for 1W. They've been so patient for something like this.
I don't know how they had the vision with the gem there, right?
It was kind of fortunate smoke angles. Vici, they kind of knew something was coming up, right? But the way he was positioned, he thought it was coming from the other angle.
Yeah.
And XM was then looking like, can I do anything here? And in that time, Ari finds him for the stun. Maybe just need to give up on his teammate a little bit faster. Protect that Echo for the Roche fight, which fortunately the nighttime shifted. So Vici was waiting down here. It forced 1W to come over. That might buy them enough time. If they can just throw a couple spells You need the Earthshaker before you commit too much.
Bach finishes the Ags right now. It is coming on the Courier. He needs just a moment. There's going to be the BKB, the initiation. BZM just goes in, pops the Laguna, is now from Shiro trying to deal what damage he can, but they're going to force them out. The magnetized damage, it's stacking up. And can they keep it in? 33, aggressive blank. The magnetized still rolling. They managed to catch him off the telekinesis in Q. Takes out BZM. As the Earthshaker will respawn. Those are some clutch item timings picking up here from VG. The Echo off the mark, though. Pure's going to try and chase him down on the other side. They've caught the Doom. Whitemon goes in.
Big
Great
overgrowth
onto 4, but can he get out from this? They're going to try and chase. Essence Distiller gives the vision and the burn damage. It's stacking up. He drops the gem.
Oh, that's kind of sneaky. Let's see if they find it.
Pretty cheeky. I mean, it's on the other side of his fissure.
Surely they'll know.
Yeah, they see it. Double gems. And now the Roshan, we were discussing, you know, could 1W grab the Rosh before the Earthshaker respawns, but it's going to go the way of Vici Gaming. Rosh number 2 banner their way, an 8,000 gold advantage. Make it 9.
The spell casting from Vici has been on point this game. He was trying to keep that magnetize going. It was on all the heroes. It was doing a lot of damage, but just steps up a little too close, gets picked off by the Rubik. Now, I appreciate 1W. They actually hung around, right, looking for a kill, and it almost kind of went their way, but 33 got separated from Pure, and I think they need to be aligned in what they're doing, at least once you've already lost your Earth Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. And top lane here. Splitting up some of these heroes. Ari, gonna be nice and safe right now. But you're level 20 on the Largo now. Do you know if he went double catchy lick? He has.
That is a yes.
This talent has been getting a lot more popular, and I do not blame him. It feels pretty strong. Ari here goes for the shackle, gets the blink to safety. Nice dodge away for now. Ooh, that is an instant BKB coming out here to try and turn it around, and the catchy lick! No, pulls him up to the high ground. He's trying his best to get away here on Pure. The kick comes out, but the damage from Shiro, it's too much, and you are 90 seconds now without your
Wise still has the punch.
What a block! Wise got him into the Walrus Punch. Can they hold him in place? Yes, it looks like they can. BZM's got nothing left in the tank. He goes for the magnetize. The damage, it's quite a bit, but there's 2 dead now on 1W. Vici Gaming are turning this game. Trying to find more. Doom's going to be forced to pop the BKB. Shiro shackled him
a little deep.
Maybe going too far. They get the Doom off, but he gets the snowball for some space. That's going to be 1 dead. 33 burning him down. We'll take down a second. Will the Aegis get the Lina out? He's doomed up. He needs help. He's going to get the BKB. He turns it around to 33. He's trying to finish the kill. He gets the vision. Laguna Blade on the Whitemon. Shiro's just taking him out one by one.
BZM bought back for
BZM. It's a dieback. Vici Gaming take out 4 on the high ground.
This is some insane fighting. I all the way back at the top, at the original start of this fight, I feel like 1W was on different pages. Already blinks to get out. Puerta, I don't know if she got caught while we were looking at Ari, but she uses her ult, commits the BKB, but none of them are in position for that fight. So it's Vici kind of taking, not a 5-on-5, but 4-on-2, 4-on-3, right? The numbers advantage always in their way, plus the Aegis. This dive was a little scary, but they felt the confidence of having the Aegis, knowing the economic damage would be there, even if they did lose the fight. It's going to force the buybacks, but they actually win the fight, get most of that top barracks. They actually back out just to be safe.
I mean, we're seeing the Lina counter, man. You picked this Muerta, like, you know, thinking, okay, you know, well, no problem. Shiro proving.
When Pure was BKB'd, ulted, attacking that Lina, it was doing nothing. Yeah, I was a little scared at this dive.
Yeah, this
the Gale Force kicking in, plus the stun, I think, brought them in a little deeper, and they're all together for the Doom. I was saying, oh, he's going to have a hard time picking who to Doom. He got 4 people in this Doom. But this is where the Largo speed boost helps a lot, right? You just run out, then you come back, catchy lick people in and out of the fight. Shiro, so much confidence here. Goes deeper into the base.
I mean, he knows his team was going to back him up. It's so nuts. Like, You've got the gem on this Shaker, blinking deep to help you keep this fight alive, and also just massive props to Y to buy just any time on that drinking buddies into the snowball. And now that you have Satanic up, you do not have a choice. You have to kill Shiro in that Doom.
That snowball was so clutch right before the Doom connected.
Yeah.
That bought some extra time for him. All right, things looking very good for Vici here. Now, you did lose the Aegis, so you clear out this top tier 2. I think this is where you just hold a little bit. If you find a pickoff, great. You can push for more, and ooh, fast smoke. They're looking for that pickoff. Worst case, you just hold the map. You eventually get that next Aegis, and, you know, it's kind of standard play from there. But we'll see if they can find anything.
They've got a amplify damage here on the Earthshaker. BZM's going to spot the smoke. Blinken again from Y, reads it perfectly. Will BZM get away? They've caught Ari for now.
Can't get over their own fissure, though.
Shiro can. He flying right through the skies, trying to get his hands on him. Great telekinesis forward. Okay.
Okay, Zinq.
Zinq, that's stylish, my guy.
I mean, everyone's playing well, but these last couple fights, the supports for Vici have been on fire with their spells. And they're not even playing Lino with this crazy cosmetic. How are they doing that? That guy's from the Arctic.
Yeah. See if they can keep this going. 1W down, but definitely not out. A team that has shown to be able to pull back games in even more dire circumstances.
And this one's dire. There is a 10,000 gold difference between the carries.
That's a lot. That's a decent chunk of money.
Math is not my strong suit, but I believe you are correct. It seems like a lot.
You should have gone to not an NA school.
I believe that was a Aether Lens on Rubik, as if he wasn't already on point with these telekinesis. Now he can be even further back, which is going to help a lot, because...
Am I seeing Ag's Treant?
Was that? It does add a lot of healing into the fights. I question if it's going to be easy for him to be able to punch enough for it to matter, but with that said... what is the other item you would get, right? So that might be what they need. If he can get in there, cause some chaos. It also reduces the ultimate cooldown by quite a lot. I think that's actually one of the unsung values of it. But any extra healing in this fight could help. Any extra attention to the hero.
They found BZM. In comes the Blink Doom, though.
They're already out of it.
But yeah, they're already outside.
He can't catch up
Shiro
the block.
just dumping in the damage. 33's got to run the boulder kick out, but Shiro is chasing, flying right after him. Can 33 survive the telekinesis pulled forward? But a great save from Whitemon. Shiro really wants this Doom, but will not find him. A good save there from the Treant Protector.
I mean, imagine you're Doom in this game, right? You know you want to get the Largo, but if Largo is already speed boosted, he might outrun you. If you don't catch the Rubik, he's going to telekinesis the Largo out. If you don't catch the Tusk, he's going to fissure you off. The other fissure is going to be there, and Shiro might be hitting you the whole time. It is such a hard game for 33, even though, in theory, the Doom should be able to respond to the Largo.
You're losing your base. I mean, how do they jump back in here? They've committed quite a few spells. You have Magnetize, but no Overgrowth, no Doom available. And meanwhile, XM, he gets himself a kill on the Whitemon. Punishes him at that tier 2 tower. He thought he was pushing safely alone. There's going to be able to force the Pierce the Veil. 33 blinks in, looking for Y. Gale Force causing some trouble. BZM's got no BKB for 5 seconds. He's gone. No Earth Spirit. You'll trade for the Tusk. Shackle out from Ari. They're going to buy back Pure, trying to stand his ground against Shiro, but he doesn't have it. Wait a minute. A dead shot gets him to safety, but they've got it. The fissure. The LSA takes out Whitemon. It's a dieback. XM's on the high ground, blocking off Ari, but can he escape? No. Jin-Q kicks him back, baby. Ultra kill for Shiro, and Vici Gaming might be punching their ticket to a Game 3. Looking for the Mega Creeps now in the bottom lane. Can they do it? Gale Force out here from Ari, looking for an angle, but it's going to be difficult.
There are no buybacks. You honestly have enough time to do this and then still poke a little bit.
In with the Doom. You got the catchy leg. Number 1, number 2. The stun's out. He's got the BKB to turn it around, but can he just kill? 33 is the question. He needs some help from this Largo. The Lotus out, the speed boost, everything. The shackles are out. They might have finally gotten the Lina. Telekinesis. No, baby. He was waiting. They got him. GG comes out, and Vici Gaming, an incredible Game 2.
I feel like that final fight, there was even a slip up from Vici. The telekinesis and the catchy lick happened, so it actually canceled the telekinesis throwback. But we still see how hard it is to just stick onto that Lina. That's how hard the doing. That's got to be a huge boost to them.
That is very true. And, you know, one of the things we talked about last game, just that... Why every game tip me?
You're such a nice guy. They
Yeah,
just
everyone likes Bach, you know. Okay, so we get Bach once again on his Largo. It looked quite good last game. There was a, you know, it's kind of enabling the Lina, which is a big deal. She being this hybrid backline carry. This game, very different hero again for Shiro. He's on the Tiny, right? So we're kind of going back to what we saw in game one. It's not the type of playstyle that we typically like for Shiro, but I think this game, having XM on the Earth Spirit, might help balance things out a little bit.
Also, the true carry this game for Vici is Xingqiu.
Let's go. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. For anyone who missed it earlier in this tournament, Xingqiu had a 4-position Zeus where he never joined a team fight. He sat in the corner of the map and did like 90,000 damage by the end of the game. Why? Has the bonus vision, looking for Pure. On the backside, though, Whitemon is going to be able to rotate on over, and he's in a lot of trouble. Good boulder kick to come on through. The damage from the Zeus, it's kind of stacking up, but First Blood will go for Ari. The rest of 1W will back away as Xingqiu will find the return kill. So a 1-for-1 at the runes. And it looks like Shiro's making his way down to the other bounty runes. So they'll go 3 runes for the side of VG Gaming.
Gold-wise, as a team, about even when you go 3-for-1, but the enemy team gets the first blood. Let's see if Ari can do anything with it, though, because Wind Ranger can be very annoying in the lane if she's getting some early items. He's the one that got the first blood. And who got it on the other side?
Went to Xingqiu.
Okay, that'll help with the Zeus, actually, because he's a very greedy support. As we saw, does a lot of damage when he has mana, but you quickly run out of mana. So when you're getting some kills, get some of those early items, either just straight up regen if you want to blow through it all in the lane. But I think with a Largo, you kind of go a slower approach. Well, we'll see. Maybe, you know, level 2, level 3, that is still a lot of magic damage into a hero like Drow. They could try to fight, depending how these first few waves go.
Nice movement of the stones here in the mid lane for XM. Great job on the CS. Real question is if you can actually deny anything from the Mirana. Not easily, it seems, so... BZM having a perfectly good time. It's been a while since we've seen the Drow. I think we saw a lot of it the first couple of days. It fell a little bit out of favor, or it was getting banned, right? I think teams had developed some answers to it. But we are going to see it come out here. In Game 3, a make-or-break game for both of these teams. And Pure already very low in this bottom lane now. Whitemon joining him. That Frog Stomp combo. It's a lot of spell damage between these two heroes.
Frog Stomp, you get pulled back into it, you get hit by that slow from the jump. You get stuck in there for quite a while. It is going to be that Drow, though, like you said, and actually Brian was kind of calling for it, right? Like, kind of a return to a more normal, standard carry. This is something that 1W used to just first pick in their drafts. Right, they have a lot of confidence in the Drow, which could help a lot after a loss in Game 2. Just say, hey, you know what? They caught us off guard, right? Let's just do our thing. I feel like the Drow is sort of a sign that that's the game plan.
They want to play their type of game, right? Like they don't want to have Pure on a little bit of a weird carry and then playing into this like Shiro carry Lina, right? Like they want to try and force back to their standard.
Then Xingqiu said no.
Then Xingqiu picks Zeus, yeah.
We're like, playing pub Dota, and you better pray I don't get Enchanter's Bauble. Now, last time, okay, if you didn't see it, in the group stage, he did do this. He's okay, that's the nice thing about having the jump when they commit on you. Pure!
He's in pretty deep. Blood Grenade miss, but Xingqiu will just zap him down.
Carry Zeus with another kill. In the group stage, he played this. He did not get the Enchanter's Bauble, but he played the exact same way, farming so much in the back. And I think that's going to help Shiro playing this Tiny. Sometimes we see these carry Tinies where you have to initiate, but you also have to carry. That was kind of what Game 1 was for it, and it's just so much. This time, as time goes on, you're saying, actually, you don't need to do as much carrying because I, as support Zeus, will do so much damage all you need to do is blink Avalanche Toss, and that simplifies the game plan for Shiro. XM, that is really cutting it close here.
Okay. Very close. Actually gets a nice little assist from the tower there as well. But yeah, very low there on the Earth Spirit. Bottom lane, Snowball to buy him some time, but Xingqiu maybe in a little bit deep. Has the leap and a Lotus. He should be okay, but we'll see if Ari jumping into this fight.
Shards.
Okay, beautiful Ice Shards. They're going to do what damage they can. Bach maybe thinking of joining over, but a great shackle from Ari, and they will get the bounty there on the Zeus. Find the kill. Good TP in. Meanwhile, mid lane, Y rotating through, trying to find a kill here onto the Mirana. Gets it with the Brain Sap. Nice way to secure that water rune for XM.
But this has been a pretty close mid lane. I wasn't really sure how the mid Mirana versus Earth Spirit matchup would go, but they've been just about even on CS. Now a rotation from Y. At least getting something out, right? Because you lost that kill bottom. And that should help this Earth Spirit. In the last game, Xingqiu.
Oh, he's got a stick. Oh, it's going to be close. They get the kill, though. The turnaround from Pure. A lot of kills here in this bottom lane. As Bach just doing whatever damage he can to Pure as well. This is kind of what we expect, right? With a Largo Zeus, it is so much spell damage. You have to be able to find these kills. Drow's not farming that bad, though, right? All things considered, 24 and 6. Has participated in some of the kills as well, so Drow doing well.
And the stacks are getting made, we just saw.
Yep.
This time around, Vici does not have as good of heroes at stealing those stacks. It would, okay, Zeus can do it. It's just going to take a lot of mana. If you bring a couple heroes, they can go for it. I want to see something from the Earth Spirit. Last game we saw it fall flat. And that's because this hero wants to fight Pure Found again.
My goodness. Nice rotation from Y. I mean, taking advantage of that lane pull, right? I don't know if they saw that happening, but knowing that the Drow was up there all alone, maybe. XM, mid lane, Shackle into the power shot. He's falling low, does have that
nice
roll,
block. But
beautiful block there from BZM's going to get the turnaround now. It's tough for the carry Zeus. TP it in, will force him away. Power Rune is bottom.
Carry Zeus securing.
He will get it. BZM, of course, knowing that there's a ward based on the movement there. Bach now going to get punished here potentially. They're trying to find a kill onto the Largo. Great Nightmare from Y. Is that going to be enough to save him? It's close, but not enough. And now Y is in trouble. Deep underneath the enemy side, but here comes Tiny, the wraparound, baby. The Avalanche comes through. Xingqiu burning him down. XM comes in. It's a massacre in this bottom lane. 7 heroes enter. But only the 4 heroes of Vici looking like they're going to walk away. Whitemon trying to buy as much time.
Nice Ice Shards.
Hold on. Can XM chase? Roll on through. Okay, people wide roll. Grabs him on the edge. All right, good rotation from Shiro.
A lot of space for 33 in the meantime, though. Even so confident seeing all the heroes down there, dragging the waves to the jungle on the enemy half of the map. Last game, he was very passive on that Doom, had to spend a lot of time farming up. Should be able to get a little bit more active for his team on this Axe. And I kind of think he'll need to, because you've got this mid Mirana. She's not really a playmaker. She's going to have damage.
They know there's a sentry in the backside of the lane. First Moonlight Shadow. They really wanted to set this one up for like a call into arrow. Doesn't quite happen.
This is that awkward part of the draft. Who is the one who can just start the fight? Okay, well, I guess if you find Bane, maybe you can just run in.
Well, he's going to make him work for it. BZM's got the urn. Plenty of damage from the Mirana. Great body blocks. And with the Starstorm, will get the kill.
I actually thought Vici was scouting this. I thought they were going to play very safe. Maybe he thought they'd already moved on. 1W does end up with a kill, but it's a lot of heroes sitting up here for, in the end, just the Bane. The other heroes on the team are farming quite well. Now, maybe they can get Shiro as they watch him leave, but...
Oh, they might get Pure instead. He came to the bottom rune, and Xingqiu, his 5th kill of the game. Did I see that right? This guy's cooking.
5-2-2. And on the other side, Pure 1-4-3. The panel mentioned sometimes Pure, you know, the games can affect him between games, and it seems like He didn't have much fun in game 2. They try to bring him back on the Drow. He's getting some return kills, but getting killed quite a lot. Bottom of
Xingqiu's
the
in
court.
his head, man.
Carry Zeus has passed Drow.
So the thing is with the support Zeus, like the timing
That's
is
carry Zeus to you.
Yeah, the thing is with the Zeus is getting the shard at 15 minutes. He's got his mana boots, Windlace, Wand. I don't think he's going to have too much difficulty hitting the timing, right? His team's going to smoke up. They're going to try and run over to Bach. You've got Thunder God's Wrath online now. Why? Oh, he gets caught from the arrow from BZM. Great grab, but here comes the Magnetize at Thunder God's Wrath. The question is, who's going to go down here? Why? Drops the sentry, has a Nightmare. BZM's going to try and chase after him up onto the high ground. The Starstorm doesn't hit. And XM looking for a target, roll, it's gonna connect, the kick comes out. How much more time on this Moonlight Shadow? It's gonna be expiring soon, but they can't connect. They don't have the reach.
Largo's back. Respawn time, not that long in this early game. I'm a little surprised. Earth Spirit had the Magnetize on 3 or 4 heroes.
It's a really good split, though.
But yeah, he just didn't commit to it. Maybe didn't think his team had enough damage, even if he commits the rocks. Well, that's going to give something back to 1W.
I feel like this is classic 33. He has not left the top lane. He's had no desire to stop farming on the Axe. He wants to get to his core items here.
Absolutely. You can't just run at people with Blade Mail, right? You need the combo, Blade Mail, Blink. Sometimes we see some other builds, but I believe that's what he's going for this time.
He's going first item Pipe.
All he knows he needs to address the carry Zeus, and then he's going to get the Blink after the Shard. I mean, there is a whole bunch of magic damage from Vici. I do get it. It's also going to be huge for Largo. Crocogenia is going to do work this game.
Yeah, we'll see what they can get done. There's the Nightmare. Roll comes out. A lot of damage into White Wand. Will he be able to finish it? He's baiting as much as he can. Still has that Snowball. Now, great Shackles will get, or Ice Shards to get him out.
They don't have the Fiend's Grip. Not easy to... Like, 1W has more confidence to push this aggressively because they're not so worried about being Fiend's Gripped under the tower.
Very true, yeah.
No, they don't get the tower still, though. It's very hard into a Zeus. A couple Qs and your creep wave's gone.
Shiro does have his Echo Saber coming out, it looks like, on the Courier. And he will queue up that Blink Dagger as his next item.
Sometimes the Blink feels necessary as the carry Tiny just to be that playmaker. But it feels bad because it's not like a damage item, right?
Yeah.
But against a Drow, I actually think it's totally fine, right? Because Drow, as long as you get to Drow, you typically have enough damage to kill her. Her whole thing is staying far back. And you can Avalanche Toss, tuck her back to your team, and they can finish the job for you. So I think it'll feel even nicer to be able to go for that Blink next on the Tiny.
Yeah, and you've got the Earth Spirit, right? He's just going to be rolling in, trying to find the vision and give you that target to go for. Pause for the moment, though. I think in terms of lanes, both teams are kind of getting, I would say, an equal amount out of it. The real question is how much that Pipe is going to bring to the game, because you've sacrificed some of your other heroes, right, at the moment, to give 33 this much space to get him to that Pipe. So this is the decision, right, from 1W. They're saying, all right, we believe the Pipe is our way of giving us this mid-game and maybe fighting into Vici Gaming's lineup. I guess we'll see, you know, if that ends up being the case, but it's a cool strategy. I like the ideas behind it.
I do think you need a Pipe when you look at the amount of magic damage Vici has, but I question when you have the Pipe and you say, okay, let's fight, you know, we can deal with the magic damage, and you're running in, you're looking at a Tiny who's going to have a Blink, Avalanche Toss, you're looking at an Earth Spirit, you're looking at Largo playing his song, running away, you got the jump. Okay, we left the Bane behind, right? You get the Bane. I don't know how you force these fights with the Pipe outside of maybe a Lucky Arrow, or I guess it's got to be Ari, right? He's going to have to find that Shackle, but he's a Blink away from Blink, so I don't know. That's my question. How is 1W going to start these fights even as they do get to the Pipe?
Only time will tell. BZM's going to go straight into the Aghanim Scepter for Mirana. We've seen this, right? I think Tofu had an incredible performance on the Marana previously in the tournament, you know, from the support role, of course. But, I mean, we see the damage potential of this hero, obviously very high. And when you up that priority to the mid lane, if you're able to get those items, it could be pretty scary. Both teams grabbing a tower there, 33 taking top. Bach and the squad taking the bottom tower. Moonlight Shadow is going to come through. Thunder God's Wrath to scout.
Instantly scouted out.
They know something's up.
Don't even try. Go back to farming. That's what Xingqiu's saying.
I mean, they need the Fiend's Grip. And you need it before 15 minutes, right? This is the other thing. You need to take advantage of the Bane during that nighttime. And the Fiend's Grip should be up before then, especially if you get the Wisdom Shrine here in about 40 seconds. But that is something that we see a lot of Banes take advantage of, right? That nighttime bonus vision, the nightmares into that Fiend's Grip, making it very difficult to maneuver the map.
They have had to move around a lot, and I understand poor Y. He has to play with carry Zeus. You know, he is truly position sick. This is a pub game for him. But it's 3 games in a row they've struggled to get their supports to level 6 at a, you know, usually like around 10 minutes is preferable. That might be something Vici needs to look at for the future, but for now, it's kind of working. Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice some support levels. It seems weird that it would happen 3 times in a row.
Well, they're going to find Y bottom. He is slowed to a crawl as Pure throws in one more auto attack here. They'll give the kill to him. Good news, they did secure the Wisdom Shrine, and he got level 6. So I would say mission accomplished, maybe.
Well, let's see if he gets the Fiend's Grip when he respawns. Let's see how long it takes to actually use the ult.
He'll wait till nighttime, most likely.
The cores on 1W are climbing. Now, of course, some of that extra gold difference is in the Zeus. And
that is true.
Kind of worth it, but it does take a while to pay off. Like, I think Zeus support truly comes online at the Aghanims, and then like another 20 minutes after that, after you've picked up like 3 more items. But there is a little weird part here where, yes, your cores are a little bit slower to the items that we usually have because Xingqiu's over there like, my jungle camp, zap.
Oh, there's a nice Moonlight Shadow rotation to the bottom. There is a sentry here, but the smoke still hasn't popped.
Fox back and
Radiant scan doesn't connect. A very good read here potentially from Vici Gaming. They know something's up. Ward placed up on the high ground. Bach, oh no, he might be walking right into it. Needs to be careful. He sees Whitemon. He's going to back away. They know that they're here, smoked up onto the high ground. They're going to TP in instead. Why? Here comes the snowball. The Gust, though, does connect. Can they kill these two? It would be absolutely massive. Why needs some help? He gets the brain sap to try and live, but the Magnetize is doing some work. Can they back out now? The Fiend's Grip just doing everything it can to hold back 33, but they're still alive on 1W. You've got to get away from this Magnetize. It's starting to expire. Shiro, does he get the vision? He finds Pure. Avalanche toss, but where's the follow-up damage? There it is. XM rolls him over. A deep play here from 1W, and it ends up going Vici Gaming's way.
So that's the issue we were considering earlier. We have the pipe, sure. We find a good target, we silence, but it's just so deep. They've already had time to run away because you don't have the instant blink initiate. It drags 1W in. They do get a kill, but obviously it forces them in so deep, it takes forever to get out, and you end up losing your carry for that move.
They almost got the Bane, right? I think that was the decider. I think there was like an Ash Legion shield that came out, just any extra damage to try and protect him. But the Bane getting the Nightmare into basically a full duration Fiend's Grip was pretty clutch.
It did save the Largo from getting Axe ulted. That's
true,
the thing, right?
Yeah.
Because he has to just run in. He can't blink call. So this is where the draft, like this is the downside of the mid Marana, right? In the current patch, a lot of the playmakers come from the mid lane in Pro Dota, and this time it's not Marana, so Axe has to be both the aura builder and the playmaker, and you have to pick which one you think is more important. He chose the auras, but we're seeing the cost it has.
Well, they're going to look for bottom. Moonlight Shadow comes out, trying to get his team closer to Bach. There's going to be the call. He does have Lotus stick as well. He's going to try and do his best here to run away, but it looks like it's all just time being wasted as here comes the rest of 1W. Ari comes through, gets the shackle, the dunk from 33. That'll be his first so far this game. A worthwhile chase. Getting him closer to that Blink Dagger. Like you mentioned, he needs to get this, so they're really prioritizing 33's farm right now.
And actually, the delay to the Blink is not that bad with that kill.
Not at all.
I was worried there was going to be a big window between Pipe and Blink, but at the current rate, he should get it in another minute, and that's not too bad.
Look at the Zeus, man. Look at the Zeus.
It's the way it goes.
He's like
and
halfway to Ags.
We talked to them before as well in one of the interviews. They understand how the Zeus plays, right? They don't feel grief right now. I know if you're watching your pub experience, you're feeling a little tilted, maybe.
That's a really nice shackle. Avalanche does come out. There's going to be a really good silence from the Drow. That's going to find the first kill onto the Earth Spirit, and he didn't get the magnetized. Shiro is all alone. Uh-oh. Beautiful find here from 1W.
Uh-oh, indeed. They are not supposed to be able to find fights like that without the Blink on Axe.
Just takes the Marana arrow with the Aghanim Scepter.
That'll be a huge find for 1W. Not the end of the world for Vici, but that did kill off a lot of momentum. And you're starting to get scared of this Axe, because now you know, now he has both, right? He has the auras and the initiation. 1W is officially online.
Yeah, and they've already taken the lead back as well. I like Pure going for the Manta style this game. Needs to be able to, A, wake himself up from Nightmare. Oh, speaking of Nightmare. Finds a target, but Whitemon nearby and a shield rune on the Marana makes it very difficult to kind of go for this kill, so they will just back away.
This could be a pretty strong timing for 1W. We highlighted what Axe needed to wait for, but the mid Marana does need a couple items before she starts getting really scary. And he's getting there. He's got the Ags for a lot of increased farm. We see him now going for the Yashikaya.
It's so much damage. Once you get the Yashikaya, like your arrow just clears creep waves.
It's part of why the Axe doesn't need the Blade Mail this time, because so much damage is going to come from Marana. They're going to see if they can find a fight down here, and if not, at least claim the Tormentor. The Shard would be great for Vici. Since Zeus bought his own, it could actually go to the Largo, which would be huge.
But for 1W, there's a lot of options as well, right? Drinking Buddies for Whitemon. For Ahri, it would be that Gale, which I think a lot of Wind Rangers, especially in the support role, really do like. So they're going to get this uncontested, and it's going to go to Ahri. So there's your Gale Force. That might give you what you need to find heroes in the backline, right? Bane on the Fiend's Grip hates this item. Or this ability, rather. Sorry.
Yeah, now you got to stay way far in the back. And so sometimes you play versus like these Ember Storm Spirits. You wait for them to initiate on your team, and then you Fiend Script them. It feels great. This time, only Axe is really going to be jumping in. Fiend Scripting Axe doesn't feel as nice. Oh, but here's the Ags for Xing Q. So this gives you a bunch of options now. One, it's more global split push and scouting. But as these fights break out, you can potentially ult, find someone TPing, just take them out of the fight, cancel that TP. It also means when your Tiny goes in, ult plus Nimbus is a lot of extra damage no matter where the Tiny finds the backline.
Oh, they found him.
For example.
Exactly like you said. 33 trying to get away. Does get the call, but Y is here. Does get the Nightmare. And this should...
Blink back with the barrier?
Hold up.
No way, 33?
That is an insane dodge if he happens to get away.
I think he's out.
He's running towards the Zeus.
Okay, never mind. He is Avalanche? So not out. He is so dead. But he made him work like 12 more seconds.
That was a wild blink. Of all the places to blink, back into the Nimbus was like last on my checklist.
Got Vici off guard too. He might have made it if he had been just outside the Nimbus, actually.
Yeah,
but
it was close. That was cool. Very, close. Very smart play, but they do manage to find their kill in the end. Good use of the Zeus Ags reveal there. And straight into the refresher. Here we go. Peak Zeus gameplay.
Now, outside of the carry Zeus, which I am very excited about, I also think Largo this game is going to be quite strong. So he had Meteor. He's going to go for the Shivas for the armor versus the Drow. I imagine it'll be BKB next. And from that point on, you just run at the Drow. And then you get the Ags after. You just run at the Drow, and maybe you don't kill her too quickly, but she just can't do the damage she wants to. She's constantly having to kite away from Largo. It's not going to be an easy Drow game.
Yeah, I think we've specifically seen Bach do this, right? And he talked about it in an interview as well, being like, yeah, you know, once I have my BKB, my Shivas, and some of my other items, like, I just look for the Drow in the fight, and I just hold down my buttons and right-click at her. And if you can remove the Drow's damage in the fight, or at least temporarily turn it off, it does give you, or like waste her BKB duration as well, right? If she ends up going for one. Like, there's a lot of value in that. But the Moonlight Shadows, they're doing work, right? Like BZM trying to set up his team for kills. They're going to find some Bane here. Do they have the damage? Absolutely. Unable to save him on XM. He went for the grip. Not enough to save him. The Gale Force. Nice use of that.
I guess the question will be how much does this Mirana scale? It's not something we see a lot. I know it can do a lot of damage. These are some tanky heroes, though, on the side of Vici. And a lot of the Mirana's damage comes from Magic Burst on her abilities. So as you pick up BKBs and you start ignoring a lot of that, the build is not... Like, you'll do some right-click damage, but it's not like you're building Datalises and stuff, right? You're building Ags, you're building Yashikayas, so a lot of it is in Magic.
Yeah, I really like the build. We'll see, you know. I will say Axe is also like double dipping into more Magic Resist, right? Consecrated Wraps after the Pipe. Gonna go for the Force Staff next. I'm curious when they're gonna look for more BKBs on the side of 1W. They have some Dispel, they have the save with the Tusk and stuff like that. Like, that is all very useful. But I'm wondering if anyone else is gonna get a BKB. Vici Gaming. Go for the smoke here, 24 minutes. So not quite nighttime, but we'll see if they manage to find anything. There's an Illusion Rune on BZM, which could actually buy him some time.
You should have seen those power shots, though, so you kind of know where they are. And actually, because they saw both, I suspect they decide, you know, we're not looking for a full fight. We were kind of hoping for a small pickoff, especially because the BKB is getting pretty close. So they're actually moving top to see if someone from 1W will go through the Twin Gate, and then you can just get a quick kill top. And if not, then you at least push in top when you think they're bottom.
They see the Zeus just farming in the jungle, having a good time. They'll see Vici Gaming show on the top wave, so they have a pretty good idea of where they are now, it seems. Take the bottom tier 1 tower. Good scan out from the Dire as well, trying to see if, you know, 1W is wrapping around into their bottom jungle, but it looks like Smoke's not going to connect on anything. We're going to move into nighttime, and I think both these teams pretty content with just kind of farming to their next big items. Which team has the read, right, on that, we'll have to see. There's the BKB. Number 1 here on Shiro. Needs to be careful. In the mid lane, there's going to be the call. Shackle didn't quite connect. He's a tanky boy. Essence Distiller there as well. Does have the Bane nearby. They really want to protect him with this BKB. They're going to use it. Immediate toss back. Pulls Whitemon underneath the tower, but there's going to be the Thunder God's Wrath. Call out from 33 again. Shiro needs some help. There's going to be the catch. You like to pull him back. XM kicks 33 in pretty deep, but they cannot get a Fiend's Grip. They're too afraid. They don't have the follow-up damage, but they will save everybody. So no deaths on Vici, but they get the BKB. That's the big one. They get the Thunder God's Wrath.
Thing is, Xingqiu farming the whole time. He's a global hero, so not losing anybody is actually pretty nice. Bach, did you think this was your farm?
This is Xingqiu's farm.
How dare you?
All right, they're going to use this maybe to look for Roshan. It's fallen low and quick, and Vici Gaming, no wards on this bottom side of the map. No Thunder God's Wrath to scout it.
The nice move.
Yeah. I mean, you could maybe like roll in and hope for something, but it'd be too risky. So Aegis number 1 into Pure. Very happy as the Drow Ranger here. This will buy you a lot of time to get to your next set of core items.
Their own BKB timing is pretty good on 1W. We've been talking about they have a lot of magic damage on their side. I mean, so does Vici, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh, BZM. This is a pretty sick gank if they can find him. Avalanche toss, the axe. Oh my goodness, it's so much damage, but and BZM, he has a blink in a moment. They're going to try really hard. He blinks up to the left. He's out. What a save by Whitemon. They'll just Fiend's Grip up the Tusk instead.
You get a kill, but that's a consolation prize for Mirana getting out.
Yeah, you would much rather have the kill onto the Mirana. Very nicely done there from Whitemon.
Without a blink, too. Whitemon is... What a guy. No tip from his team. They keep using it on Bach at the start of the game.
That's true, that's true.
Can't tip their teammates. Now, they do have the blink on Ahri. That should give them a little bit more playmaking as well. And the Shivas is done on Largo. I see him queuing up his BKB.
This is the same build we saw from him before in the Drow Ranger.
And the Ags right after.
Why?
Round 2?
They're looking for BZM, but he knows he's not alone this time. He wouldn't fall for it twice.
No Fiend's Grip either, so you're just here to potentially break smokes and maybe steal this shrine, but Whitemon, he's already back.
Ooh.
I think Y will know to give this one up.
Yeah, especially now that he will not have the ward.
I mean, if it's just Tusk, you could try to Nightmare them away, but there's other heroes. They want to make sure they keep this shrine.
Super even game here, 13-12. No gold advantage for either team, and this is an elimination game. Both these teams, coming into this series, coming into this tournament, 1W, probably one of the favorites, but got knocked down at the very end of the group stage into the elimination stage, and Vici has had to grind their way through it to get here.
They've been looking better every time we see them.
Every single
and
series.
they've said, we're trying to figure out the playstyle we want. I think they really understand how the Zeus playstyle works. I'm sure they would love to have a bigger lead at this point, if any, but I also think this is fine. I think the longer the game goes, it really favors Vici.
Eventually, this Zeus becomes too big of an issue. We've seen it before. You might be able to get a lot out of the Wind Ranger, though. It's one of those things that's like any time you can buy on Whitemon with like a snowball, like Wind Ranger in the fight might be able to do a lot of damage.
That's true.
It's just so hard to find the initiation against Zeus teams.
That's why I feel like 1W is trying to up the tempo.
Yeah, I agree. Especially using the Aegis, right? 2 minutes left. You just finished the Butterfly on Pure. This is one of the stronger item timings that you can pick up on this hero. Pure might just stick around to finish this one off. They are. They actually saw the Wind Ranger mid. They might look for this, but not quite there in time. Shiro's going to pop that Shadow Blade. It's so scary, though, going in without any more vision.
It is. Even though 1W was scattered, they weren't showing on anything. So Vici doesn't know, and 1W can do that because they know Zeus does not have his ult to scout it out. So very smart from all the teams involved. They're going to go for one more, and this time they are a little bit more together. Mirana's almost here. They want to wait out this Aegis if possible. If given a free kill, they're going to take it, but there's only a minute left on this Aegis. They'll try to hold what tier 2s they can. And I think if you don't lose any, you're going to feel pretty good about it. The first Aegis, doesn't build a huge lead. That's pretty good when you just want the game to drag out.
It's really good for Pure, though. He is pulling away in the net worth quite a bit. Hasn't had to buy his BKB yet. He'll go for it as the next item.
I'd like to highlight, though, Carry Zeus is passing his team.
That is true.
He just got past himself, but he is getting close to that late game build that is just so incredibly difficult to deal with. Not just in pubs, but in pro matches too. And this Zeus just ults every now and then and does half your health.
He's got Refresher now. And Largo, he ended up going for the Aghanim Scepter as opposed to the BKB, so we were wondering, which one he would go for. But wants the Ags. Tormentor's happening, and Zeus has an Ags Refresher. This is a little scary.
They fight preemptively. I think it'll be okay.
He might do it anyway. There's number one.
He's not
There's going to look for Ahri on the Nimbus, maybe. Shiro just comes in, looks. Oh, he clicks the Twin Gate instead. Where's the second Zeus ult? They're going to be able to grab himself one kill for now. The Aegis, it expires. They want Pure. They're trying to chase him. Toss comes out, but they're holding Y back. He can't find his Fiend's Grip. There it is. It's on to BZM. There's the second Zeus ult. 33 caught by the Meteor Hammer.
They stopped the TP on Drow
as well. Shiro's trying to chase him through the trees. The Harpoon into the toss. Goodbye. 33 will TP out. He's the only survivor.
The Zeus didn't have enough mana. He was rushing home to try to get enough mana. But still, the ult just in time to scout out for Shiro going in. And that's why he doesn't have to worry about fully carrying the game on the Tiny. He knows, I will find a target, and my carry Zeus will help out. He'll throw in the other ult. He'll throw in the Nimbus once he has enough mana. But that's why he's got this Kaya now to make it a little easier. Get the Octarine next. Shouldn't have that problem again in the future.
I mean, he did the most damage in that fight. In his first ult was completely consumed by pipe. Like, he popped it and immediately took the pipe off of every single hero.
But that just means Magnetize and Avalanche and the
exactly.
Largo song can go. So it doesn't really matter who is dealing with the pipe as long as the pipe is being dealt with.
Oh, XM might be in a little bit too deep. Nice blink in from the Tusk to start this. A lot of damage from this tag team focus fire. The call coming through as well, but the hero, he's so dang tanky. Can he get the roll away?
Nice block.
He's gonna try, but the block from 33 is there. XM, I mean, showing why Earth Spirit's such a hot hero, but eventually they got the damage. 33, another dunk for the Axe. A beautiful gank set up there from the Tusk once again.
Really good positioning from them to prevent the rollout.
Yeah.
They really had to work for that. Okay, this is the fight from earlier, right? So Ult sees everything. You see that Vici is like running in the middle of this. And 1W scattered. You want Drow to feel safe and to just attack, but she is scattered from the rest of the team. She's on the low ground. She's in such a weird spot. So this whole fight, she is just running away. And there's not a ton of damage from the other heroes, especially if Mirana's getting Fiend's Grip. So it's Vici's fight to win when Drow is not involved. And Shiro just single minded. It's like, I don't need to do the damage to everybody else. I just keep Drow out of the fight. And if it's not Shiro, then it's going to be the Earth Spirit, right? He'll be on top of the Drow, and Shiro will be doing them the damage. It's whoever finds the Drow keeps her out. Everybody else just works together.
It was such a perfectly played fight from Shiro there. You're really right. I mean, we'll see. That's the BKB now for Pure. Oh, BZM finds himself a nice little kill on the river. I think he just got one shot.
That is the core Mirana experience.
Yep, that is indeed.
One arrow and I am dead. That wasn't even the arrow, that was just the Q.
That was just Starstorm. He might have thrown and missed arrow, right, and procced an extra, but
Probably.
Smoke top, 1W. Scan off the mark. They know this. They know what Zeus does. They know how Xingqiu plays the Zeus. He's up here. This would be a nice pickoff. He has been super annoying. Ooh, there's going to be the jump in. He's got no way out. Very quick kill.
1,000 gold for that. As you should when you kill the carry. They did their homework. They know where this Zeus is going to be. It does give a lot of space to the other heroes, right? This is the annoying thing about dealing with this. You had to go so deep to the enemy's half of the map that they're able to push other lanes out and regroup.
It's worth it, right? Like, this hero's worth so much gold. He does so much damage in these fights.
Specifically, it's good to do when other objectives are not on. Because, for example, maybe you go kill that Zeus, and then the rest of his team takes Tormentor. They take Roche. Then that doesn't feel good. But because those objectives are down, you're able to make that move, kill the Zeus. Now that you know all the Zeus's damage is out, now they push for another tower. They're looking for more fights. But Vici's going to reset. I see a lot of them just sitting in the base, right? They know, hey, we got to be careful here.
Let's wait for our big team fight hero, guys.
Octarine on Axe, generally useful, but actually more pipes, pretty good this game.
Yeah, I like this item. I've been a fan of Octarine Axe for a while. Consecrated Wraps finished up on the Mirana. Just everybody picking up Consecrated Wraps, knowing, yeah, we're playing against the Zeus. We need magic resistance. Smoke up from Vici. They've got that nighttime vision. They're getting close to the Mirana here.
Oh, they're going to see the arrow? Oh, maybe they didn't. Or maybe they just thought the arrow came from further away.
Oh, smoke pops. BZM, he's got no blink. He pops the BKB. Can Y get in range? Absolutely. There's your Fiend's Grip. The follow-up damage, it's there. 85 seconds without the Mirana. And Roche, it's up in 15.
Now, I like what 1W is doing. Okay, we can't really fight without BZM. Let's go look for that Zeus up there.
Yeah.
The supports are kind of moving their way over, but
You're right.
Xingqiu, you know, you get him once, he learns. He's sitting in the base until he knows where the rest of 1W is. He's just clearing the creeps out. And let's see if they find the Roche. It did get scanned.
He got his 20 talent as well on the Zeus. That one is quite strong. So the extra little bit of mini stun.
Very helpful.
It makes a difference. The scan missed, so 1W maybe know that this is happening now, but they have to bring some heroes over for sure. Well, now they do know with the power shot. I don't know if they're willing to contest. It looks like they're just going to... Oh, they smoke. Hold up.
Not the fastest Roche, but...
It's not at all. It's taken quite a bit. Thunder God's Wrath comes out. They know exactly where they are, but XM's trying to block the jump in. A great Nimbus pushed them back as well. Earth Spirit, nice toss out
nice
from Shiro,
save.
though. The Shackle, another force staff. How many ways can these guys get away?
I kick you, you throw me, I pull you, I nightmare, I force staff, I catchy lick. We are a team. They are online together.
Wow. I mean, that's the Roshan that they very much needed. All set up from that rotation bottom to find the Mirana. Top lane, 33, looking for the carry Zeus. There's the Shackle, everything coming through. The damage, it's there. The Culling Blade will do it.
He didn't think they could get there fast enough from that mid lane, but they beelined it here.
Another 1,000 gold for killing the Zeus.
There's a lot of time on this Aegis, though, so Vici won't mind waiting for the Zeus. And honestly, he actually used all his abilities in that previous fight, so
that's true.
He doesn't even have that much to offer right now. I think you were going to wait anyway, so now is as good a time to lose the hero as any. Still, Drow is a hero, plus then the Mirana and the Wind Ranger. They can shred your buildings.
Yeah.
So if you're able to find the Zeus kill and chain it into more kills, 1W could do some serious base damage, right? Vici is very close to reaching that threshold where I think the late game should go their way. It's this Zeus getting insanely farmed and more items, and Largo also getting there. But 1W still has a strong window here.
Yeah, a lot of it's going to come down to the way these fights break out, and that's why the Zeus is so concerning, because he just makes it very difficult for teams to actually find the opening. But if you find it, the burst damage on the side of 1W is very high, and Whitemon has done a fantastic job this game at setting up these kills for his team.
It's a very interesting dichotomy of the Mirana ult. Usually use that to help you find the fight you want. But then you have the Zeus ult, which almost does the same thing, but in an aggressive form, right?
Yeah.
It like scouts the enemy, and it cancels blinks, which is really useful. It does damage, of course, and it's lower cooldown. It's also the support Zeus, who has a refresher and is eventually going to have an Octarine. So it just feels easier for them. You use your ult, I'll use my ult. I will have almost 2 for all of yours. So surely it should be easier for Vici to find the fight. But if 1W can just find that one fight, then that's all they need.
Moonlight Shadow, they're stalking Zeus. They're like, he's got to be up here soon, right, guys? Now Xingqiu heading back to the base. His team out for the fight. There's the Thunder God's Wrath. They find 33. The Nimbus comes out. The toss 1, toss 2 into the Fiend's grip. Stuck inside the Nimbus. No way out. And that is the Zeus effect. You thought you were looking for a kill on 1W, but no, Vici, they were on the hunt.
Everyone else does get out. In a way, you're just waiting out this age, and actually they're moving back in a lot sooner than
they see
Vici might expect.
There's the Walrus Punch. Can they chain stun him before he gets the BKB? Yes, they can. Arrow into Shackle. Another pick off here from Whitemon. Hold on, XM. Wrap around. He gets scout on a ward. Maybe a little bit afraid to chase. Hold up. Does he go in?
They want to do
Does he connect? Ooh, the roll. He's going to find Whitemon. Can he prevent the TP out? No. Very close. Very close. Good disengage from 1W. Dodging this one out.
I don't know if he didn't have the refresher available yet, or maybe just didn't want to commit it there. He could have canceled one just a moment too late, I suppose, with the Nimbus coming up naturally. But as the Observer just pointed out, he did get Conjurer's Catalyst. It is so much damage on Zeus. Maybe he would have preferred the Enchanter's Bauble. I don't know if we saw if he had the option or not, but Catalyst is also a great option.
I like the Catalyst more. I think the Enchanter's Bauble, it's nice, right? Like, the memes are pretty funny.
The memes were...
But in terms of winning a team fight, Conjurer's Catalyst with this Zeus is pretty wicked. Bottom lane. XM gonna get found right up onto the Twin Gate. Nice bait here as Whitemon trying to get away from the Nimbus. The chain stuns. Actually, not quite there yet, but here comes Shiro. Just slaps him down, gets the kill. You've got 38 seconds left on this Aegis. I don't know if they're going to be able to get anything else with it. They can try, but all outer tier 2 towers still standing for 1W. Despite playing into this Aegis, they have done a really good job at holding the map pressure and preventing Vici Gaming from really getting any objectives.
Yeah, they've been doing their own great map movement.
Oh, Silver Edge. He's going to find 33. Does anyone else show up? They get the break. Avalanche does the double. Nimbus double ult from the Zeus. Oh my goodness, and they're looking for Pure. He's out for now.
Not going to overcommit. They're going to be happy with the axe kill and just reset, especially because Aegis was just about to expire. A very safe choice for Vici, and it looks like they're going to head down and get the Tormentor. And I imagine push bottom, you'd like to start clearing up some of these outer towers. That's part of the reason 1W has been able to play the map the way they have. They've kept a lot of their towers alive while taking Vici's.
They have some pretty decent shards here.
Bane?
Yeah, Bane trying to soak as much damage without dying. And the shard will go to XM. All right, so Magnetic Grip, a little bit stronger.
This is where you Zeus ult just to freak him out. Like in your blood. And you're like, wait, he's on my team. Why'd you do that?
The game has had an almost dead even net worth the entire time. Like, we have been neck and neck. There's all the consecrated wraps.
Is it enough?
I don't know. I mean, he went the mandible as well on the axe. He's like, come on, anything, please.
I mean, so much of the damage is magic, right? It's a good idea. It's just, is it enough? There is so much magic damage, and it's being amplified by Largo. Now, fortunately, they nerfed it so that the Croca Genius doesn't apply if you're too far away. But you can just put it on the Earth Spirit and still spread quite a lot. And maybe Xingqiu shows up to one fight.
I mean, you're almost... I mean, you got some big talents here on Pure, level 26. But you almost have the level 25 on the Earth Spirit, which that talent, the self-magnetize, is pretty sick for them this game. We'll see... I mean, multi-shot arrow, also a pretty nice talent, and he's very close to the 25.
Sometimes you just need a lucky arrow, right? You throw enough arrows out, these heroes are rolling around, pulling, kicking.
They go for the call. Catchy lick, number one. Pull in. I mean, they just block off the whole backline. Pure trying to do what he can. Bach, he's just stuck here. In comes Shiro. Avalanche comes through, doing some work, but there's the Fiend's Grip. Snowball save. Beautifully done from the Tusk. They're going to turn around, try to finish off Y. Pure, can he stand his ground? His BKB soon to expire. There's the Magnetize, though. It's so much damage. 33. Beautiful call. Trying to get them to safety, but the Zeus, the Magnetize, it's so much. They're crumbling on 1W. BZM, can he survive? He's going for the TP, the vessel, everything. It's so much damage in the fountain. Is it going to be enough? No.
New souls?
It is! Oh my goodness!
A full team wipe for Vici.
Team wipe. Your fountain will not save you from the god. Unbelievable team fight from Vici Gaming.
It's so difficult. This is that Largo time we were talking about. He is just standing next to Drow playing a song. Drow is trying to attack him and just not nearly doing enough damage. And then just ends up having to run around the fight, right? Like, okay, I live with Snowball. Okay, I get to move here, but you're not doing enough damage.
The Aeon discs are so sick, actually. It makes such a huge difference in this fight where they're like, oh, I'm standing in top of Drow. She's going to pop her, you know, all of her damage, and I'm just going to eventually proc an Aeon disc. Like, oh no, doesn't really care.
Right. The Fiend's Grip even gets canceled pretty quickly, but as soon as Pure gets repositioned, they're, no, you're not. We're coming back. We're just chasing you down. Now, maybe if you could survive a little longer, Largo did run out of mana. So you have to drag it out so far that Largo stops being a hero due to mana pool, and then maybe you can do something. But now that you lost this fight, it's going to be really tough. You are now behind, where are we, like 15, 20, 20K now with the buildings they were able to claim. They got the mid barracks while we were checking out that replay, clearing out the outer towers as well.
Are Vici Gaming doing it?
Is this the stream of upsets?
I mean, we had one of the most insane upsets this morning. I'm not going to curse anything, but they are looking good. An Aeon disc for Bane now. I mean, they know the extended fights are so good. Now, especially now that you have the 25 talent on the Earth Spirit, you have this Zeus, you have the Largo. If you do not die in an Axe Call, Vici Gaming are going to get everything they want. So you just have to play for your vision. 1W definitely on the back foot. Potentially one fight away from elimination, but this is a team that never gives up. And they play extremely well. The Divine Rapiers queued up here for Pure.
So that's the thing. That fight happened in the middle of the map, a lot easier to get to the Drow. Now they will be fighting around the high ground. So this is where it should, in theory, be the hardest to get to the Drow, to just run around, chase her. And there was the Hex onto Ahri. So if you commit too deep going for that Drow, you might just get hexed and killed. but you do have some tools for this, right? You have like the toss outs, you have the kick outs. So they have to position very carefully on 1W. And I think here's where Vici has to slow it down, right? You don't just bash your head on the high grounds. Maybe you push up. Maybe you send some meteor hammers, let the creeps do some damage with the banner. But you just hunt for the pickoff. And if you don't get it, you just chill because, hey, here's your own Divine Rapier farmer in the back. Zing
He went Heavenly Jump Charge. Okay. I mean, I thought he was going to go the AoE Lightning Bolt.
I prefer that, but we saw last time, he just did not join. We asked in the interview XM, he's like, no, we understand. He's just going to be back there. So the jumps just get you to creeps faster. If you do join the fights, more survivability with those Divine Rapiers you don't want to lose.
I suppose 1W has tried to find him a few times. So this game, he's like, you know what? It's really important I don't die. I'm just going to go Heavenly Jump Charges, and if I ever feel threatened, I'm going straight into the base. Ward scouting Y in the mid lane. He needs to be careful.
Backs up just in time.
Ari comes through. XM, there's going to be the immediate ult out from the Zeus, trying to spread the magnetize around. Second ult from the Zeus. Ari is just trying his best to get away. He throws the Hex, but there's the toss. He's dead for 75, and XM continuing to play around the self. Magnetize just kicks Spear away, trying to roll himself to safety. There's the Fiend's Grip. Can you cancel it? And here comes Shiro. Pure on the run, 33 low, surviving for the moment, but you've lost the Drow for 100 seconds, and Y gets the nightmare. It's a disaster, 1W. They've got nothing left in the tank. You got the Earth Spirit. Is it enough? Can you survive? It's just BZM. They're going to get the buyback out of the Tusk.
They have no buybacks. They can't really save for it. They know how far behind they are, so they're buying out the items as they can. They need as much damage and survivability as possible, but it hasn't been enough. Vici might take it a little slow just in case those buybacks are up, but as they finish the bottom barracks, I think they're going to get an idea. There's no buybacks.
Is it one Rax into Roche here is the question.
I think you can get top. If 1W is not buying back, you can just head there. You have creeps in the mid lane and the bottom. It is the safe play to go for Roche.
You are 30,000 gold ahead. You got some items to pick up, and it looks like, yeah, Vici
playing it safe.
Gonna play it safe. You cannot argue with that call, right? Like, this is the tournament life. You do everything in your power to secure the victory. Roshan might just be that.
We've also seen, so like the pros and cons of not going for it is you would give a window to 1W to, maybe they find a pickoff and start their own snowball comeback. But we have seen how much the Zeus ult enables them to find the fights they want.
Look at 1W. Look where they are. Look what they're trying to do again.
Where is he?
Zinky
we must find
He's
Zeus.
Absolutely mind-flaying them. They're like, guys, he's got to be up here again, right?
I love the idea, actually, but Zinky a step ahead. I'm in the bottom jungle now.
That is a sick ward, actually. They're like, we'll find him eventually. Some point we'll see him walk out of the base top.
It's a great idea. And this is why 1W is such a top team. Even in these dire situations, they kind of recognize what can we possibly do? We can kill Zeus. We've done it before. Hey, we're going to get a Divine Rapier if we do it this time.
Creative solutions, for sure.
Super valuable kill. Very much worth an observer back there. But now, is he going to give it to you? Because it seems like there's maybe 3 minutes left before they are barreling down your final barracks.
See him. They're going to see him. He's walking under the ward.
Okay, how can they get there?
They're going to know. Do they Moonlight Shadow immediately for this? Oh, they don't have it. 11 seconds away.
White Mon is not enough. You need 2 more, I want to say. But this Zinky does 2 and then just backs out. He does not go further, so it gives you very little time. Now you're going to have to wait a minute, which maybe 1W could say, like, hey, someone use this time to come up. He's going to go clear bottom, and then he's going to go top again. But there's not an easy way to get there, especially because Vici is at your high ground.
Yeah. This is mega creeps potentially if Shiro can get to this Rax. He does a lot of damage. 93% win probability. Axe call. Who's he found? Oh, Mirana's just Fiend's Grip. That's the Axe reveal. She's so low and she's dead. Does have buyback. Will use it right away. They're going to do what damage they can. 33 goes in for the call. Doesn't actually use it. XM needs to blink away. Does get his Aeon Disc proc. Nice save there from Bach, but the roll, he's out. Hex now onto Shiro. 1W doing anything in their power to keep them away from their base. Shiro
Double divine
goes in,
Zeusel!
toss, Zeusel #2. He's low, he gets the Satanic off. Nice play for now, but the BKB is going to expire and your team has fallen low. The refresher for the second Fiend's going to take down the axe. He's going to buy back. XM is running to base. He needs a reset. Mega Creep secured. Hold up. Shiro, he's found Pure. Can they get the kill? No. Dead outside the fountain. He's in real deep. Can they bail him out is the question. He's going to BKB, run for his life. Shiro pulled away with the grip. They get the call. The shackle from Ari. Is it enough? It is. He's dead. Does have buyback. Why now in trouble inside the enemy base? Another dunk. He's dead for 90. 1W trying to crawl their way back into this game, turning their attention to the Largo. Do they have the damage? He pops the Bloodstone. Absolutely. That's 100 seconds. No buyback. You have Mega Creeps, but maybe 1W can pull this back.
How close are they to buybacks? Okay, bounties would not make a difference here. There is a tiny buyback, but you can give up one set of barracks. You can give 2 sets of barracks. You don't care. 1W has to go for the throne if they want to do that here. They could go for the very long con, right? Like take it, then back out. We have to do another high ground defense.
Playing without buyback, a very scary thing to do. And Xingqiu, I mean, his spells are on cooldown, so your Zeus cannot buy you too much time.
He will have 1 set, and they're not going to show heroes on this. You have to be so careful. Just kick from afar, clear the creeps. He's literally as far back as you can be.
He's like, guys, I don't know where they are, but I'm not leaving this spot. Tier 3 down.
You don't care about
another
what?
fort after this, so they'll pop it for now. 25 seconds for the Tiny, 15 on the Bane, 35 on the Largo.
You don't care about any of this if you're Vici. As long as 1W does not go for the win, you know your Megas is far better than just 1 barracks.
Okay, playing it safe, 1W, very afraid to push the high ground. They don't know the buyback status, right? At the end of the day, they are still playing blind with that information.
I mean, you're down 30K. Surely they must have buybacks. Like you're thinking. Amplified damage for Pure. And he does have 1 divine. You have to buy a second. Do you need that damage? I mean, first you need your buyback, of course, but you need at least 1 or 2 more team wipes defenses for 1W. Because Vici, after that scare, right, they're going to save buybacks.
Oh my gosh, 33. His Aeon Disc will save him for now, but XM really wants to chase. Does he get the break? No. The Aeon Disc bailing him out, maybe getting a little bit too eager on the Zeus. His team not close enough to follow it up. And that is going to be a while without your Zeus spells.
Vici will use this to just farm up the buybacks. And that'll put you in a situation where even if you get wiped in 1W's base, you'll be able to buy back and defend. So 1W has to win 2 major team fights. But if they do, they can walk straight down mid. They have set it up. They can end the game with the heroes they have. There is a chance. It is small. It is scary. I think Vici will recognize that. I think they're going to slow it down here and make sure they close this one out.
All right. They'll grab themselves the Tormentor on the top side here. And once again, they are searching desperately for the Zeus, hoping he's somewhere on the map. Whitemon.
Time to get out. I wonder if he thought that was an observer.
Nah, I don't know. Did you just block it maybe, trying to stop this? I mean, Zeus would just bolt it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's not worth it.
Second Divine?
I feel like he may have thought that was an observer to be looking for the Zeus.
Peak Zeus gameplay right here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is literally...
Oh my goodness.
This is competitive play. This is extremely high skill. What Zeus is doing is beyond us.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right there.
Keep a Zeus cam up. He's pretending to be the shopkeeper.
That guy has 5 times our MMR.
And like 5 times the damage of everyone in the game.
So we see how Vici's playing around it, right? The rest of them are grouping up, looking for something. Pure's got to be so careful. Now, he is one of the few heroes on his team who has buyback, so technically he could die, but he would drop his Divine. So he really needs to, like, if he's going to die and buy back, it needs to be near his base and Fountain specifically, so he can buy back, reclaim it, and then fight there.
Vici Gaming, they are looking to make a play. Aeon Disc, it's up. Shiro, the avalanche, the toss back. They managed to pop his Aeon, but can he get out? The Fiend's Grip, it's so deep. The snowball will save him for a second, but the Wind Ranger just getting destroyed back in the Fountain. And now Pure, all alone, he's going to pop the BKB. XM will get his Aeon Disc, but he blocks the roll away. He needs some help. Nightmare to save him. The call from 33's got him. Another catchy look. Can they get XM out? They cannot. Trying to TP to safety. It's a rough fight here for Vici Gaming. They're going to lose 2 heroes on the high ground, but they get 2 more buybacks out of 1W. They are holding.
They're holding so desperately. They lost some tier 4 damage. They're still alive. Vici's going to slow it down, waiting for the heroes to respawn. 1W. I think this is the Zeus hunting window, right? This is when a couple heroes are dead. You just have some people watch the base. You go out, see if you can find that Zeus kill. Get 2 Divine Rapiers. They're moving. The lines are being drawn. But it's easier said than done.
It is so tense.
It's a fast roach spawn, actually.
It really is. Only like 10 seconds. They're going to find the ward here. And with that, Shiro knows there's no way he can stick around. He's going to go back across the river.
I mean, we're right at 60 minutes. So if 1W actually gets this roach, if they see it's an instant spawn, all bets are off when the tier 5s come out.
Oh, that would be a incredible find. But yeah, Roshan is up. The roar comes out. And with this, Aegis, Cheese, Refresher, I mean, everything, it doesn't look like they're able to close the gap and find the target. Instead, they actually get the initiation here onto Shiro. Catchy look number 1, trying to buy him some space. There's going to be Thunder God's Wrath. They actually, they canceled 33's initiation, and Bach wants to chase to get the BKB out of him. Instead, it's full retreat here for 1W, but will they make it out? He will on the axe for now. Everyone else should escape. A great retreat here from 1W. They get the Aegis, and they buy themselves potentially some more time here.
A tier 4 did fall in this time, but I gotta say that's worth the price to steal away this Aegis. Get yourself the cheese, get a refresher, and possibly 5 more minutes? Does Vici want to push the high ground?
They know they
have Aegis?
Yeah, they know the buyback situation is rough on the side of 1W, but tier 5 items are an option. We're going to see them prioritize these for now, especially the Zeus, right? He loves these.
Imagine this is Enchanter's Bauble. Finally, the Zeus build online is what they say. 60 minutes. But now what are you going to get? I think do you keep
Divine Regalia, maybe?
Oh, that would be funny.
Right? Maybe something along those lines. Who knows?
Ooh, maybe he'll actually join the fight. He's buying the boots of travel.
He's like, all right, guys, I'm here. 60 minutes. I will be in the next fight. I got you.
I told you guys, I just need 70 minutes of space, and then I will assist. Stop taking my farm.
Stygian fleet-footed for the Tiny. That's quite nice. That is a lot of damage.
There's a hero that doesn't like getting kited.
Yeah, with Tree Volley, right? He did go for the Aghanim Synth already. The Aghanim's Blessing.
Is the leap charges literally to farm the camps and then just leap back to safety?
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Pretty much all he's doing.
Yeah, so when Tai Lung played this, it was the exact same thing. He went to leap charges, he would just run out of base, farm the camps, and then leap all the way back in. And it was just on repeat constantly.
Book of the Dead, guys. I'm sending my representatives. I will be here, but these guys are going to go help you.
I'm not joining the fight, but I promise I will be sending more help.
Over half their duration is going to fade by the time they get there.
They're smoked up. Aghanim's Blessing picked up on the drop. Okay, BZM actually so deep. They see him. Thunder God's Wrath comes out, but they're instead just jumping into the base, finding 33. Ari does get the Scythe out. The tier 4 taking some damage. The catapults and the Mega Creeps will get him.
I think you just back out.
Your throne's exposed. Here. Yeah, you got Moonlight Shadow. Didn't really cost you much. Wait for the next Thunder God's Wrath. The moment that throne is exposed and they have no fortification, Vici might have that win condition.
Very patient gameplay from Vici. Now, it is giving time for the buybacks on the supports of 1W to come back up. So that's the part that, 1W will accept. This is why they got the Aegis, right?
Tusk is going Axe.
Hey, the Fountain does a lot of damage.
Fountain?
You can get people.
Oh, this is a sick
Fountain.
smoke. If they find Y, the blink in, the Hex from Ari. Can they save him? Bach is nearby. Does get the force staff. He gets called. The BKB is out. There's going to be the A on disc. Here comes XM. Silence, big magnetize onto 3. The roll is out. Bach's just got to run away. The Meteor Hammer coming through. No, they're just going to pop the snowball. Try to chase after this really speedy Largo. Can they get to safety? They're going to look for Ari. Drow's Aegis has been spent. Hold on. Shiro's in the enemy base. Why? He found Pure. Does get caught from the silence, and he is dead. But can he get away? Shiro with the avalanche to toss. He's got the BKB. He'll be able to run to safety for now, but guess what? XM has still got the magnetize.
33 is dying to creep.
Is dying, so is 33. Can they get to the fountain is the question. They're trying so desperately, but Shiro's on the throne.
He needs 3 hits.
They just need to pop it one more time. The fortification, there it does. It comes through, but can they kill Shiro? Thunder God's Wrath is there. The throne's got 1 HP.
Y is going for the throne.
Y's on the throne. XM's on the throne, and 1 win will go home. Vici Gaming do it.